Hello, everybody, and welcome to Genshin Impact. It is time to finish Windblume. It's time to do it. Uh, let's go have some fun, shall we? Let's go ahead and do this thing. We did the mini games yesterday. Now let's go finish the story. Let me just double check a thing. Make sure I didn't do something that stupid.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Alright, let's see. There we go. Computer. Oh, it's right over here. Cool. In the corner. Hey, Sucrose. What's up? What do you got to say today?
Sucrose, we're here! Oh, Traveler,
Sorry about
I only just arrived myself.
coming on later in the day than I originally said I would. I was doing a bunch of house cleaning.
And
Might as well, right? It's March.
a moment ago, she
Spring
said
cleaning.
she had some things to sort out at the
I
end.
can now actually eat on my dining room table. It's
She'll
just
with us when she's done.
duh on it.
Apparently, Tainari and Sino both went out, but she stayed behind because she wanted to help us.
It's nice of her.
Not too bad. After reviewing it again with fresh eyes, I came up with a new theory which seems to hold some water. I'll attempt to explain it as simply as I can. I believe that each of the 4 things in the prophecy refers to a different field of knowledge. So, in a way, the prophecy is a test of the reader's intelligence. But it's unlikely for any one person to have expertise in all these different areas. So I suggest that we seek out one expert from each and get their opinion. Also, in 2 out of the 4 areas, the prophecy seems to want us to find specific people. It may even turn out that the people themselves are the answers.
So it sounds like we should put our heads together and list out the people who can help us.
Exactly. I think we can go through each riddle in turn and generate 4 groups of names to match the 4 questions.
Alright, then let's start from group 1. The first riddle was, a flower that is not of this world.
Personally, I would still go with Albedo for this one. Alchemy is the most likely to have to do with otherworldly things, and he is by far the leading expert in this regard.
Exactly! You're the creator of the tetratanic sweet flower. Who knows? Maybe that's the flower we're looking for.
Huh? You really think so?
Aww, embarrassed. Sucrose is so adorable.
Oh, but what about Tainari? He's a forest watcher and knows all about plants. If it's a flower we're looking for, maybe he's the man for the job.
Alright, I'll add him to the list as well. On to group 2. This subject is a guide who will never get lost.
Well, it's either Tainari or Paimon.
That's kind of abstract. Does it just mean someone who never loses their way?
Could also be Eula.
They have to be able to guide others too.
Oh, Mona.
It's
Duh.
not as simple as that.
Oh, you mean Mona? Yeah, she definitely counts.
Mona. Yes, she certainly seems very confident, and she can use her astrology to guide people.
Would Bennett count?
Why Bennett? Is it because he screws up yet somehow keeps getting us treasure?
Well, his luck's so bad that as long as you go in the opposite direction from him, you'll always be going the right way, right?
I see. I suppose I can't argue with that logic.
It's not actually bad logic. Just do it the opposite of Bennett does and you'll be fine.
Add him to the list. Finding everyone won't take long, so one extra person won't hurt.
I know. Would Outrider Amber be a valid candidate for this category as well?
Yeah, she would! She's got a great sense of direction after all. As a matter of fact, when the Traveler and Paimon first came to Mondstadt, she was actually the one who gave us directions.
I can't imagine like playing this game for the first time now being and that line being said and you're like, oh yeah, I just did that like an hour ago.
Yes, she's certainly a good.
It'd be so funny to run into like the Sumeru characters. You're like, oh hey, and then you were like, wait a minute, I have to do how much to get to them?
Is there anyone else?
Let me think.
Like if you started this game now, you're kind of really at a
I
disadvantage.
believe there may be one more.
That's the problem with live service games like this. Is if you start like you're just at a disadvantage.
Albedo once made a set of equipment for for Mika from the reconnaissance company. He's their surveyor and an exceptional pathfinder. He's even instructed others in the discipline of surveying before. So, in my view, he's highly unlikely to lose his way and would be very good at helping others with theirs.
Man, this daylight savings time is really messing me up, chat.
Wait, Kale should have been here by now. Wonder what's taking her so long.
Oh, you wanna go see how she's doing?
Alright, let's go find Kale. She's not too far. Hi, Kale. What are you doing over here?
Hi, Kale. Hope we're not intruding or anything. Is
She's like,
everything okay?
oh god.
Sucrose! Is it time already? Oh no, I'm sorry.
Don't worry. The Traveler and I only just met up. We were just worried that you might get lost along the way, so we thought that we'd come get you.
Thank you. I'm ready to join you now. How's that thing going?
So let's pick up where we...
Next up is the third line. One who would never lie. Anyone spring to mind? You really think so? Seems like it would be pretty difficult for someone in his position to...
Yeah, I disagree with Traveler's choice there, honestly.
Then what about Kaya? He's the cavalry captain and a rather popular figure, but... You think there's something fishy about him too, huh? Yeah, he's definitely a sneaky one. Bet he lies all the time. I can't help but agree with you there.
Ouch.
There's the tone-deaf bard. But on second thought, he wouldn't qualify either. He talks way too much nonsense. Is there anyone else we're missing?
Paimon, he literally lies about the fact that he's the animal god. Like, he's seen people literally stand there and pray to him and he goes, time to get a drink. Like, that's Venti's personality is,
Mr. Jean?
Venti's literally just like a missing god. It's so funny.
But from what I know, she sometimes, for example, when Lisa loses track of time in the library and misses her patrol shift, Jean will come up with some excuse. Also, she sometimes makes up stories to get Klee to behave. Like the one about the big monster that comes to catch naughty kids who don't go to bed on time.
White lies are still lies, but do we really know? We're the ones being strict.
Rosaria doesn't strike me as the type of person to lie. Oh, Kale, you probably haven't met her yet, have you? She's a sister from the church who looks, a little scary and not very sociable.
I guess at first glance.
She stopped by the alchemy bench once, a long time ago, and asked me about Albedo. I thought maybe she was trying to find him, for work or something. But when I asked, she just said that she was curious about him because he was so intelligent, and wanted to talk to his assistant to find out what he was like. A lot of people might have given a more tactful justification, but I could see in her face that she wasn't trying to hide anything. She was just very direct and straightforward. That's why I don't think of her as the lying type.
Yeah, no, I would say that.
Rosaria doesn't look like the sort of person you'd want to get into a fight with. Maybe she just fights her way out of situations that some people might lie to get out of.
I can definitely see that. I've also heard the other sisters say that Rosaria doesn't even make excuses when she skips choir. She just doesn't show up.
I could not see Rosaria doing choir.
She's a tough cookie, huh? Let's put her name down. In that case, I think Sino fits in this list too.
Oh, 100%.
True. Lying's probably more trouble than it's worth for someone like him. Kinda like with Rosaria.
Yeah, he's rather lie. He'd rather just be like, death approaches.
Oh, and Paimon also nominates Razor. Bet he couldn't lie to save his life.
That's a damn shame. That's true as hell.
I've also got someone else in mind. Noelle, the trainee knight.
Oh yeah, Noelle.
Very honest person. I don't think she'd tell a lie.
She's good at stuff. I like Noelle. She's a fun character.
Write her name down too.
Wait, there's one more person.
Huh? You
Mass?
Yes, him. Truth be told, he's been love-struck recently. He's swore that he wouldn't say a dishonest word or slack off until he succeeds in getting the woman he loves.
Timaeus
boy.
has a crush?
Yes, that's right.
Well, who is it?
I've never met her. All I know is that she's from Liyue. Timaeus says that she's fun, has a great personality, and is very, very good looking. Since we're on the topic, helping Timaeus win the lady of his dreams was also one of my goals for this Windblume festival.
We've met before. I feel like they've at least communicated before. I don't know who it is. It's like Yinger, I think. Right?
But how can we help with that?
Am I not wrong, chat?
I don't know. Make sure he uses nice paper and a fancy envelope when he sends letters to her. Help him pick a nice gift and wrap it properly. That sort of thing.
Yeah. I had the same situation once in the Avidia forest. I helped another forest ranger out by delivering a love letter to the coworker she likes.
Yep, that sort of thing exactly. Oh, also, I helped him with some of the groundwork for one of his research projects. He must have appreciated it, because he gave me a refrigeration device that he's been developing as a thank you gift.
Is it any good?
I mean, it looks nice.
Sounds like a no.
Damn.
Alright, guess we'll put Loverboy down on the list then.
Okay, so last of all, we have a
Lisa, perhaps? A librarian understands books best, and aren't most legends written down somewhere?
When I think about legends, fairy tales and picture books come to mind.
Maybe Kale. She read a lot of fairy tales when Tainari was teaching her to read.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Embarrassment.
Do I count?
of course you do. I'll put you on the list. I prefer to read things like an illustrated analysis of alchemical substances and their uses, the fascinating principles of crafting, and hypotheses of life.
Point taken. Paimon didn't quite understand any of those.
Klee might be a good choice. Her mother, Alice, is a renowned traveling author, so I'll bet she's been exposed to all sorts of myths and legends.
Alright then, Klee makes the short list.
Well, that should just about do it.
Do we have to ask absolutely everyone on the list? It seems like a lot of people.
It is. So, I was thinking that perhaps we should split up? That might make our search more effective.
Okie dokie.
Also, I've thought of a method of gathering feedback.
With the bird teleport. What happened? What the heck? The bird just came in and teleported. What the hell?
You and the Traveler are
It was just like, eh?
joined at the hip, so you two can go together. I'll pair up with Kale.
Capable Kale and sensible Sucrose. Sounds like a winning combination.
Oh.
Okay, I promise I'll help. Capable Kale. Yeah, I got this. Rest assured that the unbeatable Traveler and Paimon will do our part too. Off we go.
Hi, bird. Alright, game loading. Yep.
I plan on starting from the person with the most defined stronghold. So let's go to the library.
Stronghold. That's an, interesting word to use. How about...
Lair. Oh, give you the trial. Nice.
Here we are, Lisa's lair.
Oh no. That was a bad word choice. Now...
Lisa, might I ask if... Huh?
Not at her desk. Oh, hey, you three. Game.
Kale, what are you doing here? I can only sucrose that they were Kale-ing
Pain, chat. Pain.
Please, just stop it with these puns. I beg you. Are you trying to win worldwide fame for unfunny jokes?
Absolute pain.
Is Lisa not here at the moment?
Surprising, isn't it? She went out. I'm afraid it's just us here looking for information. Except me. I'm not here for information. Like you, I came here for an abortive search for the librarian, who is also my academia senior.
Oh, so you studied in the same darshan as Lisa?
That's right.
Hmm.
Her mentor in Sumeru was also my benefactor. We were both Spontamod students.
Wow, that's cool. But wait, we're getting sidetracked. We came here to look for some.
Oh? What sort of prophecy? I see. You want to ask them about the flower that is not of this world, and me about the one who would never lie.
But there's no rush. You don't need to answer right away. We're just here to tell you about the situation. You can take your time to think it over and submit any thoughts you have in written form to the Sucrose mailbox.
The Sucrose mailbox?
Yep. I was thinking about it on the way. And although they seem like trick questions, there's a lot to mull over once you get down to the details. A quick answer off the top of your head might not go into enough depth. So, I decided to place a mailbox next to the alchemy crafting table. Everyone can submit their written answers there when they're ready. We don't have to call it the Sucrose mailbox, though. It could just as well be called the Sucrose and Kale mailbox. Or even the Sucrose, Kale, Traveler, and Paimon mailbox.
I think in this case, we can just go with your quick answer off the top of your head.
Sounds like a good solution. Certainly more reliable than verbal discussion alone.
Agreed. Certainly when it comes to discerning whether someone is a liar or not, you cannot simply take them at their word. Understood. Once we've had a look into it, we'll place our replies into your mailbox.
Thank you all so much. Okay, let's tick them off the list and carry on working our way down.
Already done.
We're gonna hear a conversation between these three, or are we just gonna stare at them?
I'm pleasantly surprised to see those two introverts getting along so well.
Do you get the feeling that Kale's return to Mondstadt has emboldened her more contrarian side?
Yes, I'd noticed that too.
Traveling and meeting old friends are both good for the body and soul. And isn't rediscovering one's youth while revisiting old haunts a worthwhile pursuit?
When I first met Kale, she'd never known happiness or youth, but things are different now. Her Elazar being cured was a huge milestone in her life.
Kale is a very sensitive and introverted child. I'm sure you must have noticed that too, Albedo. From the time she's been in my care, I've observed that she's actually a very lively character by nature. But she had a very rough start in life, and it changed her.
So, might I assume that your respective claims of looking for plants and artists in Mondstadt were just pretexts?
I wouldn't say that. Both Kale and Genius Invocation TCG are very important to me.
Would it really kill you to just say yes in this situation?
Fine. Yes. We came out of concern for Kale. She's been back to Mondstadt of her own accord several times, but it has led to no significant improvement in her mood.
Well, it won't hurt to give her some more time. I believe that Sucrose might be able to help her.
Sounds like an extension of your own self-confidence as your teacher.
You could say that. In a similar vein, I've heard that Sumeru scholars often build their social relationships based on their academic ones. Is that true?
I suppose it might look like that from your perspective. Sumeru society is something of a special case. The reason it is known as the City of Learning is because all of its resources are in some way linked to academia. As such, academic resources equate to social capital. It is not unheard of, for example, for people to build a family in order to pursue further studies.
What? Who does that? That's terrible. Hey, I'm gonna build a family with you. I want to marry you and have a kid with you so that I can test the kid. What?
But the relationship between the three of us is not an academic one turned social. We've never even worked on a paper together for starters.
Oh, so the academic paper is the nexus.
I would think of us more as siblings. An equal and pure relationship, unaffected by academic considerations.
As much as I'd prefer not to admit it, that statement is not inaccurate.
I can understand that position. I have a younger sister myself, and it's only natural for me to be protective of her.
Yeah, because she tries to explode everything. She she's Mondstadt's little, she loves bombs. And she's a child. Klee.
What you described fits the idea of a city of learning, as I imagine it. The family is where all social relationships intersect. As such, a family founded on common goals may actually be more stable. By the way, who's the eldest between you?
Let's not go down this rabbit hole, please.
In terms of age, I'm the eldest, of course. He just doesn't want to admit it.
Oh my god, Sino, he said drop it.
But your mental age is younger than that. I dare say even by enough to be the youngest sibling. Perhaps I could bring Kale into this happy family to be your elder sister.
No. You will never see me admit to being the youngest sibling. Except perhaps as a last-ditch effort to turn the tables in a game of cards.
I know. Time to go to the Traveler Pilot, I think. Yep.
Guess we'll leave Kale and Sucrose to it. Fingers crossed. Let's try our luck at the boat. A lot of people tend to show up there.
Bulletin board. They're on Fire Emblem these days. What? Oh, hey. Caesar, you got Razor, Bennett, Lisa, and Mika. Oh, Mika. There's stuff about Mika. Oh my god, I landed at the perfect moment.
Just as we hoped. There's a load of people here.
Isn't Mika supposed to be heading back to the, to his company?
Even Lisa's here.
Hey there, Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while. How have you been?
We've been doing pretty well.
You look surprised, cuties. Is it because of me?
Teacher is not at the usual place.
Oh, Razor.
Oh, please. It's not as if I'm glued to my chair. I like to get out for a little fresh air every once in a while. Mika's here today, so I thought it'd be a good time to introduce him to Bennett and Razor. They're all out and about quite often, so it's helpful for them to get to know one another.
That's an interesting combination.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mika. I look forward to working with you.
No need to be so formal. We've known them for ages. They're cool.
Windblume. Fun?
Oh, Razor.
Actually, we haven't gotten to the fun part yet.
A prophecy? What kind?
Look at Catherine just standing there in the background. My
Good
god.
one or bad
You
one?
could have at least despawned her for a minute.
Gosh, that all sounds quite fascinating.
I can't believe I made it onto your list of names. You really think I'll be able to help?
Believe in yourself.
Good for you, Razor.
Right. Believe in yourself. You're a first-rate adventurer, Bennett.
Okay, then in that case, I'll step up and present my thoughts on the matter. Except I forgot I'm not really good at organizing my thoughts. Oops.
Oh, there's no need to tell us all of your thoughts right here and now. Sarah said she'll put a mailbox next to the crafting bench, so you can just write down your thoughts when they come to you, and drop them there.
A meticulous and efficient plan. Yep, that sounds like Sucrose.
I will think also. Give me some time.
You still have other people on your list that you need to go see, right? We should leave you to it. Don't worry about us. We'll drop off our letters at the mailbox as soon as we're done.
Okay, bye for now. Let's head over to Star Snatch Cliff, and even if we don't find any familiar faces, you can see.
Oh, you're working so hard. Do be sure to get some rest when you can. If you get tired, you know you're always welcome to visit me for a break and a cup of tea.
Oh, Lisa. It's raining.
Where to next? Let me check my notes. Huh, this way.
Got it. Kale, please follow me.
Oh, hey. Oh, what is it
Even though
for?
the rain has stopped, you still need to watch out for puddles.
Oh, look. Oh, Amber, Eula, and Glee.
Oh, it's our lucky day. There are several people over there.
Amber? Wow, and Eula's with her too.
Oh, it's Sucrose! And Klee also spies. The girl with the long scarf.
Kale, we were just talking about you. Ah, right. I don't think you've been introduced to Noelle before. Kale, this is Noelle, maid of the Knights of Favonius.
Yeah, Noelle's a good tank.
Nice
Sometimes
to meet
in
you,
combat.
Kale. I missed you the last few times you were in Mondstadt, so I'm glad to finally meet you in person.
Oh, nice to meet you too, Noelle. My name is Kale. But you already knew that.
Relax, you two. There's no need to be so courteous. We're not on some kind of diplomatic mission here.
Klee, what are you doing here? Are you planning to blast some fish?
You want to ask that question in front of Eula? Is that the best idea? Eula's immediately going to go to Jean if she does that.
Nope. Klee's on patrol with the other knights.
I love how she's an... Oh yeah, she's Spark Knight. Bombs.
Now that you mention it, it looks like everyone here's a Knight of Favonius except for Kale and me.
To be fair, Noelle isn't a knight either.
I've heard that there was a very young knight in the ranks, but it's still a surprise to see with my own eyes. Kale, what do you do? I'm a trainee forest ranger in the Avidia Forest. Trainee? It means I'm not officially a fully qualified forest watcher yet. I'm still learning.
Yeah, but you're good at your job.
Oh, you're just like me. I'm still working towards becoming a fully qualified knight. Technically, though the distinction is hardly relevant right now. This isn't a very formal patrol. We're just chatting.
Yeah, I mean, like, what's the harm in chatting, you know? Chatting's good. It's nice to just see people and just take a walk.
Don't panic, Kale. Just pick a topic and join the conversation.
Oh my god.
Whatever you do, don't panic. It's just Amber and her friends. There's no need
What is that light on her face doing?
Let me guess. Were you chatting about the new guests in town?
Yup. A few folks from Sumeru have come to visit, so we're brainstorming a few nice surprises for them.
Amber!
She spoiled it.
Sorry. At least I...
Oh no. How am I supposed to join?
Speaking of nice surprises, we've actually had a fairly big one recently.
What kind of surprise? Tell me, tell me!
I love Clee's enthusiasm. And her bombs. Alright, well, I'm gonna... Let's see. Crypto Spammer, prepare to be banned. Prepare to be banned, Crypto Spammer. I am going to ban you. Because I don't allow spam in my chat. I'd like to report spam. Spam scams are bots. Scam. Next. Crypto scam. Report. Block this user. I would like to ban this user. There's no spamming me. You've been banned. Congratulations, Crypto Spammer. You are not allowed in my chat. I don't allow Crypto Spammers in my chat.
I'm saved. Secros is giving me a lead-in. Now, I just need to follow on from what she's already started talking about.
What an interesting prophecy. I have no idea what the answers could be, though. So essentially, you're gathering information to help you solve the riddles, correct?
Thank you so much, Eula.
Nice.
Anytime.
There's no need to answer right away. We'll put a mailbox next to the crafting bench for people to drop us a note once they've thought of something.
I'll drop something in there for sure.
Do not drop a ball.
Nice idea. I think we can all commit to writing a note. We'll see what we can come up with.
Character designs are so varied, but they're just good. I mean, just look at these three.
Yep, don't worry.
Like the whole 6, like such unique designs between each of them.
What route are you taking today?
We started in the Stormbearer Mountains and will end at the city gates. You'd be very welcome to join us, but it sounds like you're pretty busy with all this.
No. There's always next time. We'll join up with you after we're done working through this prophecy.
Oh, yeah.
See you later. Have a safe trip back.
Do they hire Noel's voice actor to come in for 5 minutes?
Are you okay, Kale?
Was it that obvious?
No, not at all. It just looked like you had something on your mind.
So that means it was obvious.
Whatever's bothering you, you can talk to me about it if you want. I'm happy to help.
Thanks, Sucrose. Well, the truth is, I don't really know how to act around Amber and the others.
Really? I thought you two were good friends.
We are. Amber's a really important friend to me. I don't know. I guess if I'm being completely honest, the problem's probably with me.
Oh, come on, Kai.
Last time I came to Mondstadt, I was really immature. I didn't want to let people in, and I was generally pretty awful to everyone. Amber was the one person who didn't give up on me, and if it wasn't for her persistence, I wouldn't have found a friend at all.
Read the manga, chat. Read the manga. Very, very good, and explains why Kale is just like... She just feels sad sometimes to herself.
Without
Read
Amber,
it.
I might not even be here today. And because of that, I really look up to her. I think of her as my role model, and hoped that maybe one day I could learn to be like her. But after trying and failing for several years, I think I finally realized I'm no Amber, and I never will be. Looking back, it seems silly that I ever thought like that. We're nothing alike at all. My personality's so... weird. I always get so anxious and I overthink everything.
Aw, Kale. Don't say that.
Sucrose? Would it be okay?
Are we getting the manga just in the game? Is that what we're about to get? Or are they going to cut away like they are? Or are they going to do it again? Oh, come on, man. You were so close to animating that. Come on, you cowards. Yeah, that look on Sucrose's face can tell you all. That's everyone after they read the manga and we're like, oh my god, is Kale gonna be alright? Oh my god.
I already knew bits and pieces about her. But still, why did she have to go through all that?
Read the manga. I will repeat.
Sorry. We've only just met and I'm already dumping all of this on you. This is why I get so frustrated at myself. I'm always doing this. I get into a spiral of self-doubt, and then I end up having to find somewhere to vent it all out.
Hey chat, good news. The crypto spammer was already banned. Good job, Twitch. You banned the crypto spammer.
No,
Excellent.
No, it's fine.
Don't crypto spam.
I'm really glad that you're willing to tell me all this.
Don't scam in general in my chat. My chat is for people to, like, just hang out. Don't be a scammer.
People don't open up about their deepest feelings unless they really trust the other person. Don't you think? At least, I think it's kind of an honor. And, I mean, you've probably noticed by now, but I don't have the best social skills either. I always just end up
Oh my
talking
god,
about the
me,
things I'm interested
IRL.
in, and going on and on.
Sometimes I'm just like,
But
not good at that.
even so, you still listen to me when I talk my head off about alchemy. It's a relief to listen to you talking about yourself for once. If you hadn't told me all of those things, I never would have guessed that you struggle so much. Honestly, I feel like we're very similar people.
This pairing is so good.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. I certainly do. All the feelings that you talked about just now. I totally get it. It takes so much more effort for us introverts to fit into a crowd. When you were saying about how you try to think about what to say in advance, and you're constantly terrified of saying the wrong thing and making things awkward, I relate to that so much. Oh, and also that part about studying under a genius. In fact, before meeting you, I'd never met anyone who seemed so similar to myself. Oh. I'm not very good at giving words of comfort or anything. And I'm not gonna tell you to just get over it.
Aw,
and
that's
stop worrying
nice.
about it. How about we just sit here for a little while? We don't have to force a conversation if we can't think of anything. We can just sit here together.
I think Holly has successfully made a new friend. Let's go, chat. Look at-
Sumimaru stopped talking, but for some reason, this doesn't feel awkward at all. Maybe she's right, and we're more similar than I realized. In Sumeru, I always like to find a quiet place to just sit and watch the scenery, but it's always by myself. I never thought there'd be a day when I could do this with someone else by my side.
This is just wholesome, chat. This is legit just wholesome.
Mondstadt's breeze is so gentle and soft.
Hey, Kale. See that cloud over there? Doesn't it look like one of my test tubes? Then maybe we're not quite on the same wavelength.
Thank you, Sucrose. I feel much better after talking to you.
Yeah, it helps a lot, doesn't it? I also vent to my flasks sometimes. The next time I get the chance, I have to show you my Tetratanic Sweet Flower and my Tetratanic Windblume.
Your Tetra... what?
Two of my favorite things I've made. They're really cool. I think you might like them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you'll definitely have to show them to me sometime.
I brought some crackers with me. You want one? There's cheese flavor or tomato flavor.
Tomato.
Sure.
I'm gonna take cheese. Hey, Colleen, are on the same page.
Aw, look! They're enjoying the scenery together.
Amber, do not interrupt this. All of you should just, like, go the other way.
Shall we go play with them?
No, it's fine. Let them sit for a while.
We're not what Kale needs right now. She needs a new friend. Someone different who's never met her before.
I don't get it. Is there a difference?
There is. You'll understand once you're a little older, Klee. People can draw different kinds of strength from different kinds of friends. And right now, Kale needs someone that's just not the same old me.
That's nice. Did enemies just spawn? Did I hear that right? Did some enemies just spawn as we TP'd? Oh, they did spawn. Look at that. Alright. Well, I'm gonna take out the enemies. Hi, everybody. Hello. Who is around here? I don't think there's anybody around here.
Star Snatch Cliff! We made
Help!
I'm sorry.
it! Let's hurry and take... Timaeus? And we also have Rosaria and Mona? What kind of mishmash ensemble is this?
Good question. What kind of a motley crew is this?
It's been a while, traveler.
You two are looking pretty good. I trust you've been well. Yep, we're definitely faring a lot better than this poor guy on the ground.
Hey, please don't rub salt in my wound. I really have been trying my best.
Oh, you're one to talk. If this sister hadn't grabbed you in time, then you'd have been seriously hurt, if not dead.
I know. I really am grateful, miss. I can't thank you enough.
Don't mention it. Just lending a hand.
Quite literally. And had she not lent him a hand and pulled him up, he would have gone tumbling down the cliffside.
Timaeus.
What happened? Did Timaeus almost fall off the cliff?
Well, so what actually happened was I came to Star Snatch Cliff today to pick some flowers and ran into Mona on the way. She took a look at her scry glass and advised me to turn back because it would be dangerous.
But you still came up here anyway?
Well, yes, I did, because there's something I just had to do.
Oh, I hardly think giving flowers to your crush is worth throwing one's life away for.
It's rare to run into someone with a death wish in this area.
I don't have a death wish. I just didn't think it would really come true. I mean, when Mona said it would be dangerous, I thought I'd be fine.
It's interesting seeing Timaeus this far from his alchemy table.
I'm sorry.
He's never this far from his alchemy table.
I'm telling you, I'm just here chasing the love of my life. Love-struck Mondstadters is what the Windblume Festival's all about.
Okay, that explains you. But why is Rosaria here?
I was looking for a quiet place to escape the crowds. I wasn't planning on having to save a life along the way.
So that's why the scryglass just showed danger instead of fatal danger.
Very funny. Anyway, Traveler and Paimon, what brings the two of you to Star Snatch Cliff?
Just trying our luck. We've got a lot of people we need to see today, so we've been all up.
Huh?
I see. So all we'll need to do is find some clues, make a note, and drop it off at the mailbox?
I can't believe there's a prophecy like this, let alone that I have a part to play in it. Oh, I guess this means everyone will find out. I came here because I wanted to give some Cecilias to the girl I love. They'll...
No one asked. Please, do not subject us to your gushing about your girlfriend.
You saw right through me.
She can literally see the future.
You said you need clues, right? Well, in that case, Mona Magistus the astrologist will provide you with a personally handwritten letter. Just wait for it to show up in your mailbox.
You can be on your way now. We won't...
All right, then let's head back for now and meet up with everyone else.
Will do. This is all so embarrassing.
I'll take these Cecilias because I'm literally never hit this place. Is that an island over there? What is that? Here's if I can go get to it. Is it beyond the map? No. I've never seen that before. I'm going to it, chat. Oh, it's nighttime. I'm not gonna make it. Need food. Is this place? What the heck is this? There's nothing here. So these are the stories brought by the wind. Huh? What in the hell is this? Ooh, a chest. And a grab.
Brings a smile to my face.
Maybe lots of other treasure around here too. Bad, not bad. Ooh, sigil. Whatever it is. And an homunculus. Hey, a chest.
A fateful offering. Follow the wind.
Right. What else is over here? Some more, huh? What the heck is this place? Hmm. Some more stuff. Grab. Wish it was a stronger enemy, so I could get more loot. That's fine. Exile circlet. Familiar with that one. Thought there'd be a thing out here. Guess not. It's cool. Secret. Yeah, a lot of crabs. I Come to the top of the pillar. What does this point to anyway? Something. Right, well, I'm gonna mark this with a. Can't you set a custom waypoint? I feel like you can set this with a custom waypoint. I don't remember how. Let me see. Because I want to come back here later and I can do all that. Let me make a purple waypoint. Hmm. Let's come back and mark this later. Oh well. So many good achievements that gave me. Ooh. Nice, Gross. Uninhabited island.
Oh, but it looks like you two beat us. Welcome back. Did everything go well? Yep. We managed to find it.
We got back a little early, so we got really lucky today. The vendors were feeling super generous, so we didn't even need to pay for the materials. It's just a shame that...
Don't worry about me. I'm used to working in the rainforest. I get splinters all the time. I've already taken care of it.
We've already wrapped up everything on our to-do list for today. So, well, Traveler, Paimon, why don't you get some rest while I keep an eye on the mailbox?
You're definitely your master's student, Sucrose. As long as you or Albedo are around, Paimon can relax and know that everything's taken care of.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Wait. Actually, there's one thing that still needs taking care of. I'll go with Sucrose to return the leftover materials to the vet.
Yeah, now would be a good time for a break. Once everything is ready, let's meet up here again and collate all the information we've gathered.
Is that? I don't remember.
Sounds like a plan. Paimon will have this one, and this one, ooh, and this one. Hey, Paimon's really hungry! And don't forget, Paimon's also ordering for you, too. Ooh, Paimon is super full.
Is everything packed up and ready? What do you think about meeting up at 5 to go to my house?
Yes, everything's ready. I've packed some great wine.
Ham? Look, we've known each other for quite some time now.
I must remember to get some milk today on my way home. Please, feel free to pay a visit to Cat's Tail anytime.
Enjoying the scenery?
Oh, Tone Deaf Bard! Are you here for some food as well?
Oh, I can put something on your tab? Well, that's a pity. I already had a few drinks before coming here. I shall take you up on your kind offer another day. There should be no shortage of opportunities in the future. Anywho, you should be getting ready to thank me. I come bearing good news.
What kind of good news?
Behold!
What is it?
It's what you need the most right now. The answer to the prophetic puzzle. Simply head to the location marked on the map and you'll find the lantern. If I were you, I wouldn't just go and reveal the secret right away. As you've seen, a lot of people have been... A secret is like a well-aged brew. The aroma from the bottle is sweetest when revealed in the company of friends. Then it's settled. I'll leave you to your business for now. Also, if you have some time, we could organize another fast-track love poem class.
Oh, you're starting that up again?
I sure am. Nobody else has signed up. Anyway, see you later.
Venti always looks so relaxed whenever we run into him. Paimon can't help but be jealous.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, could I chat with you for a moment?
Oh?
Here comes this one.
You may call me Scarlet.
Something tells me she's from Shiznaya.
Just like
Looking
you,
at her
I'm a
design.
traveler visiting Mondstadt from another land. Mind if I buy you a drink? Leaving the door open for another time, I see. I can tell that you've dealt with a lot of people during your travels.
What's her deal?
You can tell? Well, we are very experienced adventurers after all.
I can. That's why I tried to strike up a conversation with you in the first place. I was on my way to go shopping earlier when I overheard your conversation next to the crafting bench. From what I could gather, you were trying to investigate a bizarre prophecy?
Yep, bizarre is definitely the word.
Don't you think it sounds just like the kind of story that would happen in Mondstadt? Anyway, that's why I wanted to ask you a favor. If and when you manage to unravel the answer to the prophecy, not so much the prophecy itself, but Mondstadt as a nation. That's what I'm interested in. I was born in a distant land, but I have family and friends who once lived in Mondstadt for a long time. They said that it's a great place full of fairy tales and romance and recommended that I come for a visit. As it happens, someone I know has an anniversary coming up soon. So I figured this would be a good time to come here and see all the sights that she once saw.
What do you think about Mondstadt so far?
It certainly lives up to its name as the city of romance and freedom.
We think so too.
So, about the prophecy. Thank you. You're very friendly. I'll leave it to you then. Hope you...
She definitely isn't dressed like a local, huh? Where do you think her hometown...
Please find me a flower that find me one who would never lie.
Rosaria.
I never thought I'd have someone secretly following me, even in a free city like Mondstadt. Good day to you, miss.
I'll pop myself in Discord if needed.
It's time! It's time! Let's go meet Sucrose and Kale at the crafting bench!
Into the wind.
Hey, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon, great timing. We got a lot of letters in the mailbox, and I just finished sorting them.
Nice work!
Well, the real work hasn't...
Okay. Maybe there's more. Huh. Peacefully coexist everything in the world. Yeah. Oh my god, Ember's is long. No, I'm gonna read a different one. Interesting. Yeah, right, he can't actually, like, technically read. She calls this cutie when she writes the letter, Jesus.
Let me quickly summarize what we found out about a flower that is not of this world. Tainari believes that on closer examination it might be logically paradoxal, while Albedo says that his answer would be better discussed at length in person. As for my answer, I think a clock in the shape of a flower would constitute one that is not of this world.
Here's what we've found regarding a guide who will never. Mona said that she'd like to join us in uncovering the secret behind the prophecy, while Bennett suggests Fischl, Mona, or the Traveler as potential candidates. Mika didn't submit much, but he did draw a vegetation map for Master Tainari and wrote up a dragon spotting calendar for Sino. Amber also wrote in. She said that she sees herself as nobody's guide, but everybody's friend.
As for one who would never lie, Rosaria removed herself from consideration, but both Razor and Sino are willing to support us in our search. Timaeus seems to have forgotten to write to us.
And finally, this is what we've gathered.
Man, busy.
That never ends. Klee said that her mom has a number of friends who like to write storybooks. Lisa believes that legends live forever in people's hearts. I think that for a legend to be never-ending, it has to be filled with hopes and dreams, and actively pass from one person to the next. So, what are the answers to the 4 riddles then? You're really smart, Paimon. I bet you can figure it all out in no time.
Or, let's all share our thoughts.
See?
Wait! Wait for me!
Oh, it's a mess. We finally got his letter.
Timaeus!
I'm sorry, I really am. The time just got away from me and I didn't get around to writing that letter. However, I'm happy to announce that I think I can be the one who would never lie.
One moment, chat. Need sugar. Oh.
Huh? This is kinda sudden. Not that we don't trust you, Timaeus, but, could you elaborate a little after you catch your breath?
Of course, of course. Do you still remember the time I, collaborate? Well, basically, she helped me out a lot with my research and potion making once, and, well, we've stayed.
I remember, that was a while ago. That was what, last summer? It was like almost a year ago.
Wait, so Ying is the girl from Lila that Sucrose mentioned earlier? We always assumed you were hard at work every time we saw you at the crafting bench. So you've just been writing letters to Ying the whole time?
No, I mean, not all the time. I've done some work too. And anyway, our correspondence covers a lot of serious topics, like perfumes, potions, alchemy. Anyway, a few months ago, I made a vow to the heavens that I will be true to myself and never utter an insincere word until the day that I've managed to win Miss Ying-Ar's heart.
So, at Star Snatch Cliff, you were picking Cecilia's as a gift for Ying-Ar?
Well, that's right. The Cecilia flower is said to represent a once wayward heart, transformed by the power of love. I couldn't think of a better flower to give than that.
Power of love, something, copyright strike.
I know full well that Miss Ying-Ar is far more knowledgeable than I in both the ways of the world and the ways of our craft, but I thought I should make the effort for once.
Okay, if you've not heard the song The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News from the 80s, which predates me, obviously, good song. It's a very good song. It was also in Call of Duty Cold War as a song you could get during the Cold War era for Warzone. Good music. If you aren't familiar with the song, also just go watch Back to the Future. Also good movie from the 80s.
Which brings me to the subject of the last few days and the Windblume Festival. I thought it was time for me to invite Miss Ying-Ar to Mondstadt. But yesterday, Albedo told me that Sucrose has been working hard to help another girl achieve her dream.
Huh?
What?
And when I went to take a look at our roster, I feel I've been spending all of my time in my own fantasy world while everyone else has been bending over backwards to help other people. How could I ever hope to be worthy of Miss Ying-Ar's love if I'm so selfish?
Oh, Timaeus.
And that's why I've decided to join you.
Okay.
Then what about Ying-Ar? Yeah. Haven't you been planning this for over a month now? You said you were going to invite her to Mondstadt.
Well, yes. I did mention in my letters that I'd like her to visit, which is why I just sent her another gift with my hand-picked Windblumes, along with a handwritten letter. I explained that a matter of great importance has presented itself, to which I must devote my attention. I made sure to package the gift and letter with the greatest care. All I can do now is hope that she'll understand. Point being, please know that I sincerely want to support you in this endeavor.
Well, you certainly convinced Paimon with that speech. Don't worry, Timaeus.
Thank you, Timaeus.
Thank you, everyone. I promise to do everything I can to help.
Okay, so it looks like we found our...
Great! Let's keep it up. Okay, Paimon will do the honors.
Everything mentioned over there. We're not in front of it. Let's see. What's the group we got? We got Mona, Timaeus, Sucrose, Paimon, Traveler, Kale, Albedo, and Klee. Albedo and Klee are such a good brother-sister pair. Because he's the older, like, chill brother who monitors his wacky younger sister.
Huh? Why did you only say Timaeus?
All right. We also have Klee.
That's me!
Such a fun child.
With Klee here, this all somehow feels like we're getting ready for a field trip.
There's nothing wrong with a more relaxed atmosphere, is there?
Not at all. No, besides, it's not that Klee. Klee's fun. She's just a fun character.
Of course. We will soon see if my hypothesis...
Child.
Actually, I'm still feeling a little nervous.
Me too.
But weren't you all fired?
Yeah.
Actually, I know what you're feeling. Saying anything becomes so much harder when there are so many people watching.
Well, does anyone know the exact location of where...
According to the prophecy...
Oh, we know something about that.
What?
They're both like, are you serious?
Wow, that's amazing.
Then we'll let you lead the way.
This is it. We're off to...
Cool. I am live. Whoever joined, I'm live on Twitch. Please don't say anything to get me banned. Hi, Daniel. You must be muted. Oh, I don't want to go in the domain. No. You had to put that next to this. Are you serious? And if you were talking, I would suggest checking your physical microphone. I always hope you're doing. Yeah, I told you to press your mute button, dude. Now I'm muting Discord.
You're only just saying that, I'd like to add.
Eh. And you give the same mic I do. I literally gave it to you.
Yes, and I turn my mic off more often.
Just leave mine on.
No.
Daniel, just get a stream deck and just have a button that's a mute button on it. Easier.
I mean, I'd still forget then.
I guess.
Anyway, hello, chat. I'm
Hi.
not watching because I have not done Windblume myself.
Yeah.
But if Matt wants to rant about anything, he is free to do so.
No, it's just fun, man. It's like a fun one. There's some good moments in here. There's a lot of good character development. Again, Genshin really is good
Did you
at
get
that.
to the part where everybody's around a table?
What do you mean?
Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you haven't got it.
By around a table, do you mean like the where they're around the what's it called?
Pod.
The crafting bench?
Around the pot.
Pot. I think I'm past that.
Hallway,
oh yeah, I'm way
hallway.
past that. That's early on. I'm way past that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the beginning of it.
Traveler,
Mm.
are you trying to
Oh yeah, Danielle. So there was a crypto scammer in my chat. I had to ban him.
Oh.
Yeah, very fun. It was like, hey, I'm gonna. You want to help grow your stream and you want to earn some money while doing it? Crypto link. I'm like,
No.
nope, ban. So that's fun. I had to ban one. I don't mind banning scammers. Scammers can. They suck.
They can, as we say in the PG-13 world, piss off.
Exactly.
But there's nothing above us. Place the squirrel on the back of
That said, how go with the streaming outside of that? Like,
Pretty good. Having a good
emoji.
stream. I like. Yeah, Windblume's doing good today.
read the whole thing out loud, but nothing's happening.
Ah, shit.
Good.
Yeah,
The wind is blowing.
What a
just
strong
having to
wind
do
coming.
some fancy
Let's
footwork.
write it up and see where it leads us.
Huh? We'll have to fly.
Here.
Nice. Oh, what? Oh, investigate the what? Where's this? Oh, okay. Oop, that's not correct. Where am I going? Game.
To the large floating occurrence over there.
Apparently. Oh, this is from the teaser. Ah. Oh, look, it's now day.
It's like it's magic, and slash over above the atmosphere.
Just to be safe, I've been jotting down our entire route here. This way, no one will get lost. Oh, good thinking. Who would have thought we'd find this kind of table here? Weird. It's almost as if someone was holding a tea party.
I never would have guessed that such a place could exist. Right above
Oh yeah,
Mondstadt,
apparently
too.
Greg is still not
Dealing
feeling
with the
well.
time change.
Well, apparently he's just flat out sick, so...
Oh, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that pretty
I guess, like,
on the
you've been sick too, right?
Even a chair for each side.
Or have you been spared still?
I've been spared because I'm mostly just naturally healthy outside
Your
of
job
this.
is just to hang out with children. I have no idea how you haven't gotten sick from being around small children.
Because I wear a mask.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I would appreciate if you don't mention that on stream all that much.
I know, but, sorry. I didn't say what it is.
Well,
You said it before on stream yourself, anyway.
Let me have a
I don't think I've said what I do specifically.
I haven't
But you're
either.
probably right.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it, like, offhandedly, but whatever.
Mm.
What the heck? Clee, what are you doing?
Whatever Klee does.
Actually, I'm not going to spoil that. It's very funny.
And you shall reach enlightenment.
Hmm.
Yes,
far as instructions go, I guess that's simple enough.
So we just need to do as it says, right?
Wait a second.
Huh? What is it?
We'd better make sure this place is safe before taking our seats.
Well, all our questions and doubts aside, the scenery here is pretty amazing. It'd be impossible to feel stressed here.
How is everything, Albedo?
Everything seems to be fine, but I also couldn't find any overt destructive devices.
Huh? What do you...
Well, it seems that
But,
wrong answers won't have any catastrophic consequences.
Yeah, how's all the
I'd like to
Windblume stuff
suggest
been
that we
going?
try some
Oh?
risky answers on our
Like all
first
the
attempt.
events and stuff. Have you
Let's
done
reserve
all
our
the
most
events yet?
confident answers for the second round.
Yeah, the mini games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did all the mini games yesterday. I'm just finishing the story now today.
How much more story you got left?
Not much. I'm on Act 3 of it. Of 3. I
That's
think the only thing I have to do left is finish this up and then probably just watch a cutscene.
Ow.
I see. That makes a lot of sense.
It really is good character development here. You will enjoy it if you keep going.
Well, if I get around to it. If not, I'll probably just watch it some other time.
Sure.
Maybe I'll watch your stream of it. Who knows?
Thank you for offering Klee, but that's not quite it. While Albedo
I can
was
give you
checking
ad
just
revenue.
now, I gave my scribe
I don't
a
earn
visit
any
to
ad
find
revenue.
some information.
I can
I'm
give you
not
fake
affiliated.
ad revenue.
You can hit the donate button on my stream, Daniel.
I already give you enough money.
That is true, yeah. You help tip in for food.
I drive everybody.
That is true. Daniel, I think actually you're the one who like deals with more money with everybody than I do.
There's a
Probably.
strange aura to this place.
Because like I think everyone just hands you money and then you just give me the money.
Staring at me as soon as we stepped foot in here. But if nothing here has actually been
Apparently it doesn't
physically
sound
tampered with,
incorrect.
then no.
Yeah, I don't know.
That person be
What do you mean, Mona? Who could it be?
never mind. It's not like I've got any proof.
Don't leave us on the edge like this, Mona. I'll just do what Albedo said.
Okay.
Yes. Let's test the hypothesis together, Klee.
He really is a good older brother for her. Except for the times when she manages to sneak away and blow something.
Well, that's not really his fault now. Is
He
it?
didn't keep an eye on her, though. That's his fault for not keeping an eye on her.
Yeah. But he basically has a job, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's the lead alchemist.
All right.
Yeah, so it's you can't really
Then I'll answer the first
tell
question.
him that
If someone were to ask me to find a
like
flower that is
to
not
just drop everything just to make sure Klee doesn't blow up things, even though that is vitally important. I will give you that.
That's his job and Jean's job.
Well, there are only two people. There's only so much they can
And
do.
Jean is
before
just
Klee-
always exhausted from work.
No, I feel like she's always exhausted because of Klee.
I think Glee is 90% of her exhaustion. The other 10% is actually just being in charge of Mondstadt while Varka's gone.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Mondstadt doesn't exactly run itself very well, so I can see
No.
why.
Legit, like, of all the four nations we've seen, it probably runs itself, like, day to day the worst. Because,
I
like, the
would say-
Academia was, like, evil, but, like, it works out. Inazuma has the different, like, factions that do a decent job under the Raiden Shogun. And then, I mean, I think, honestly, the best system that they've got is the leeway.
Yeah, because they actually have different people that aren't all insane over there.
That's true. It does have, well, yeah.
But, like, for real, the thing about Mondstadt is that they basically self-govern, which in and of itself means that so long as the people are happy, they don't really screw anything up. But
That's true.
it also means that if people aren't doing their jobs, that just makes the person in charge have to do more stuff. In a way, it's kind of like, what was it that Russia had as a...
What? Communism?
Yeah, it's kind of like communism in a way, except...
How's it communism?
Like, I'm not trying to say that
Although I
the
still haven't made
like
a
the
name
way
for
the
myself,
government works is
and I'm still
communism
quite
because it's
immature
not.
at
But
that.
I'm more saying like
I
the
would
way
say
that
like to put
people
writing in
interact with each other is
because I
kind
would
of
like
like
to
that,
become a
where
guide that
They
can help
kind of just
others.
do shit for themselves.
well, yeah, they do
I want to help
stuff for
others the same way
themselves,
Amber,
but since it's
Master
not like
Tighnari, Cyno, and everyone else
auto-regulated,
helped
people
me.
still have to do
Now
their
it's my turn
jobs.
to pass on
But
the
that
gifts
also
I've been
means that
given.
some people don't do their jobs, then that more or less or like
Breaks down the
have
system.
well, okay, maybe like saying don't do their jobs is the wrong word, but like if they don't if they have problems that they won't solve for themselves for whatever reason, so like say odd jobs that they want somebody else to do, then that falls onto the head of the facilities, which in this case is the acting grand master, who then has to deal with all the extra bullshit.
That's true.
Which I think is more the part that
It's up to
is
me to answer the third part.
similar, I guess.
I'll submit myself as one who would never lie. Although
I've seen
never
that
really
SF
had
before.
any other
Oh, Daniel, I found a hidden island.
I'm confident that I've always been
Is it the one that's on like the way tip top corner?
The cliff, yeah.
this opportunity to validate
The
myself.
one that's super far away that you basically need to use all your stamina and then some to get to.
Yeah.
Last but not least,
See,
Yeah.
that's there's either a quest you can do to get
There's
to
a
that
quest,
island,
yeah.
or you could do what I did in Ice Bridge over.
Oh, of course you ice proof. I just
Yeah,
looked and I saw it. I'm like, oh, okay, and I used my glider to get there.
Yeah, that was like one of the first things I did. Even before I got to Leeway, I ice bridged over there
Oh
one day
my
because I was
god!
bored.
I need to finish it.
To be fair, the quest itself wasn't all that interesting, from what I recall.
No, but it's cool to at least be like, oh, I made it there.
I guess. There wasn't much to do, all things considered, though.
For a second?
Oh, alright.
Trying to say. Oh yeah. So, did Yinger get like a or not Yinger? Timaeus get a girlfriend?
He's asked her out on a date.
Did she say yes though?
There's been no response yet.
It's pretty
Damn
clear
it.
now, isn't it? We've just proven that there is no right answer for this prophecy.
No right answer? But how could that be?
Although the instructions
Yeah, I kind of want to see where that
enigmatic
subplot goes.
prophecy,
Actually.
Yeah, honestly, I like.
It's been brewing for a while.
Yeah,
and
they've been
it's kind of
teasing it for a few months now.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, I think those two could be good together, honestly, and hopefully it makes Yinger calm down a little with her. Well, yeah.
I don't think that's gonna change, but it's certainly going to.
So Timaeus is the bottom.
Yeah, probably. No, well, no, I think it's less that Timaeus is the bottom and more Yinger is the power bottom, or as I've heard it termed.
Who the heck is this person?
What? There's someone else here?
Oh, it's this lady.
We meet again, traveler.
Hey, you're that Outlander we met the other day.
It's all thanks to you that I was able to find this place. Good thing that you were too preoccupied with the prophecy to notice someone tailing you from the
What is
shadows.
I don't know. Something's up with this NPC, dude.
Do they have a hat?
Yeah.
Well, so there you go. They're clearly evil.
Daniel, I can't wait till we get to Fontaine and you get to deal with that, because apparently in Fontaine, everyone wears a hat.
Oh,
it's like
God, no,
everyone plays Team
evil.
Fortress 2.
Everybody's evil in Fontaine. Oh no.
Everyone plays Team Fortress 2 in Fontaine. They are obsessed with hats.
Great.
God, I can't imagine showing that game, like, just the customization to people and everyone go, I need to make that.
Oh, is that so? Then
I'm not sure how.
going in your shadow.
Another NPC has popped up.
Oh no, they're everywhere.
You should know I'm here for you.
Is it just because I'm a visitor from abroad?
I was there when you snuck.
Wait, hold on a minute.
Uh-oh.
So you had your eyes on me even then, huh? That was 2 whole weeks ago, you know.
It's hard not to notice you when I'm on duty every day.
All right. In that case, I'll admit it. I was the person who slipped this prophecy into the storybook.
What?
Huh? But why?
Don't worry.
I'm sure it's fine. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm sure it's fine.
You can be sure that the prophecy is genuine. In fact, many of you here today may have heard the code name of the one who left the prophet. She hailed from an ancient assembly of powerful women, each of whom
Oh, this is what that store cheeser was doing. By the way, Daniel, apparently I have a high wind warning until Wednesday. Jesus.
Well, congratulations. Don't get swept up in the breeze, as Venti says.
Venti wants to kill me. Awesome. What have I done wrong, Venti?
You didn't give him enough booze.
I don't drink any booze. Any booze I would have, I would just give it to him.
Well, there you go. You didn't have any booze, therefore you didn't give him enough booze.
Student, it's an honor to meet you. I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Well, what are you?
It's a long story, but I'm not quite sure that I'm the best person to tell it.
What?
You've all spent so much time and energy trying to decipher this
Oh, he's
prophecy.
just sticking it like one.
What are you doing?
I'm playing a game with like, it's like Mech Call of Duty in a way.
What's
But I'm
what's the
getting
name?
Mech Arena.
Oh, I've heard of that game. People like that game. I'm assuming it has predatory microtransactions as well.
You can get away with playing without using the microtransactions. Certainly not easy, but it's doable.
Oh, I'm listening to something.
Why did you ask a question then?
Oh, I hear many youthful voices.
Madam, I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Oh, since we've last gathered.
Yeah, somebody
Jay's
over there is
successor
just
has
camping.
already
Actually,
become
you know,
so reckless and
there's technically clans or like team play in Mech Arena. It would be kind of fun to like get.
Oh, that's
some of
who's
us-
here. Okay.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
there's clans and stuff, Daniel?
Yeah, so it could be a fun thing to do where we just kind of sit or make a group and try and win fights and shit.
So what's a clan from Call of Duty?
Well, yeah, basically.
So literally, all right, congrats, Daniel. Apparently you've joined the Mech, what is it called?
Mech Arena.
Apparently, everyone give your congratulations to Daniel. He's joined effectively the FaZe clan of Mech Arena.
Oh, please. I haven't even joined a clan, period.
He is now the founding member of FaZe clan of Mech Arena.
I wish.
Dude, I would love to be in FaZe clan. That'd be great. Can you you just get to, like, stream and just chill.
I mean, I'm not saying that's the problem. I'm saying I'm not actually all that good. Or rather, I'm not good by virtue of not having money.
Oh, it's Alice.
True.
I'm here too.
Which, you know, is a bit of a problem.
Trying to talk like other people.
I will say that for my current setup, I am actually probably above average, I would like to think.
So basically me in Call of Duty.
Yeah. That said, most of my teammates are, on the other hand, are assumedly either bots or not good.
May have decided to catch up again.
Ooh,
It's very hard to tell.
This is fun. I think it's the first time we've seen this live.
Why she sounds so coy all of a sudden?
And if I recall,
It lives! I don't know what it is, but it lives!
Archon Barbados. You must be commended for uncovering an artifact entrusted to the god of wind himself. Tell me, are you sitting around my beloved tea party table?
It's a really long table.
Oh, so you are. I suppose this means even the Animo Archon has granted you entry to this place. Was all of this
I hit harder than you,
doing?
nerd.
Wait. Paimon's completely lost now. So,
Miss Alice, would it be all right to leave the explanation of that to you?
Well, you should be rewarded for making it all the way up here and activating the lantern. Now then, let me tell you a long and ancient story.
Damn.
Ever heard of the
Oh.
Hexen Circle?
This is the video they clicked away from.
It's a secret society.
I mean, I actually spoiled myself on that one.
But he replied,
So
"Let
I
us
already
fight
know what
music,
that's
not
about.
war, and resolve our conflicts through song."
Ooh.
From then on, the mages
And that is
only
100%
ever
Venti.
convened
Holy.
in the woods, in the skies, or
Gee,
on
what
the
could have given you
edges
that
of
idea? The
cliffs.
part where it mentioned the animal
All these
archon?
parties
No,
discussed their stories and secrets and
just
resolved their differences, as the tea and cakes bore witness to their pledge never to fight amongst themselves. Yesterday,
that's just
I
because
slept
Venti's
out the
personality.
life of my beloved.
Make
He
revelry
grew
and
old
bring
was extremely
booze.
sick.
There's not enough booze at this tea
He
party.
loved me dearly, so I took his fate in my hands and ended his pain. I'm raising a son. Of all the children I
I
had,
swear, what
he's
is
the
wrong
only
with some
one
of you
left.
people?
But I suppose that still makes me
Ah,
mother.
why are you attacking me?
My lifespan is nothing compared to yours, so I wish to leave you with my storybook. Actually, maybe you can pass it on to your children one day.
Oh, this looks interesting. Let me scry.
Ooh.
My dear sisters, we
Rah,
must
rah.
let prophecies threaten our bonds of friendship.
Spoilers online.
Even the
Spoilers
most
abound,
frightened
let's
is once a little
go!
girl, and growing up can be so tough. Sometimes we all need to vent our troubles to the wind. Even
Ow,
if the
what?
nations go to war, or the sky falls down, the mages' tea parties shall forever be held around this table.
It's a cute story.
It's cute until you start connecting the dots onto who everybody is in that. It
Yeah.
also raises a bunch of questions about how or what the heck this organization actually is, too.
Yeah, well, it's something from Venti, so.
Well, no, it's... So, you remember, I think it's something mentioned in Lisa's side story, but there is this thing about a conglomerate of witches.
Jay to actually read the full contents of that prophecy.
And what's going on here, as the comments of YouTube have helpfully stated, is that this tea party is what the witches use to talk to each other across occurrences. So one of them is Alice, as you're probably very aware of.
Yeah, the other one's written by Mona's teacher.
Yeah, one of
The
them
other's
is
written by Albedo's creator.
Yeah, so that means there's somebody from Conria, technically.
I think there are 8 chairs, so that would make sense. One from each nation.
One of them is from Jay, who is apparently Scarlet's teacher, whatever that means. And then one of them is the author of some of the books in the game, one of which being the Boar Princess, I think.
Yeah, well, that's a story that the person wrote, apparently.
Yeah, but they were saying there's something about the book, and I think they wrote something about from the book that the Abyss Mage tried to steal in Lisa's story, which was supposed to be prophetic or something for them. There's a lot of things I'm not sure of, but basically every single person in that group is like way stronger than people give them credit for.
When a member of the organization had to leave the group to spend the rest of her days with her beloved, the other mages would write down this prophecy and send it to her to invite her for a final get-together. A flower that is not of this world signifies, of course, flowers that do not naturally exist in this world. This is the signature of our full name, Rhindaughter.
Alice? What is that lore drop? What the fuck?
If there's anyone in this world who could create a flower species that does not yet exist...
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, then. Well...
What? We already knew Rylander. In fact, I'm pretty sure Albedo was the one that told us that one.
But she is a truly extraordinary woman who has made this world's direction and order her subject of study. Some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to guide people toward the truth when a change has occurred in the world. She has a tendency to suddenly speak in someone
It answers the question from last patch.
Which
Or from the I don't know, from the Simru like our main quest. Or just I'll tell you later.
Oh, that one. Oh yeah, no, I remember what that was.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I will not blatantly spoil whatever.
Oh, it did have my it did have that in there. Good job, Dan. You remembered how to that I input that.
Yeah.
It must be in my save file.
Congratulations, you have been saved. From what? I don't know.
all know each other. The one who would never lie is me. I hope no one would take offense. It's just that I, Alice, or A for short, have always had a soft spot for those with sincerity and candor. As for a legend that never ends, you may not know M in person, but you've likely encountered one of her works. Have any of you ever read The Boar Princess?
Huh? I'm pretty sure every child in Mondstadt has read that book.
It's also one of my favorites.
Yeah, I actually do kind of think that this entire thing about the witches and stuff is probably going to be extremely important later down the line.
Oh, no doubt.
Don't you think such a person would deserve
Like, you don't just drop that there's an organization that transcends the boundaries of the seven
literally
nations.
Tavat.
Yes, of literally Tavat, without there being some reason for this.
It may sound hard to believe, but I can attest to everything
We'll
that
see how
Alice
that
said.
goes.
Jay was also a mortal who aged and passed on, leaving her title to her students and
You know what would be really funny is if in this patch they like dropped Alice's appearance
Model.
just randomly.
Yeah.
Do you also want to become a mage?
Title aside, I think I'm more interested in the meaning and purpose of the Hexen Circle. I used to think that the Hexen Circle was a group
Do
of
you
women
also
who
want to
could
become a
control the
mage? It's
very
not as
fate of
fun
this
as you
world.
think it is. Try becoming a magical girl instead. I'm sure that'll work much better.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll work. I'm sure you won't die by getting your head bitten off.
were also among you.
Do you think less of us now?
I'm sure you won't fall into depression or whatever.
I'm sure you won't get stuck in a time loop Groundhog Day style, but nothing ever actually improves.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, Daniel, legit, when I like told someone at work that, like when we were someone talking about like TV shows we watch, I'm like anime, I'm like, what do you watch? He's like, oh, I'm like, da da da. And when I said Doki, he's like, oh yeah? I'm like, yeah. He's like, really? I'm like, I know. And he just laughed.
Has
Like,
he
we're both-
watched it before?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
See, it's always fun to get the response.
No, like he was
of
like a kind of nerdy guy. He went to like a different job several months ago, but
Yeah,
like
no, but
he was pretty nerdy.
No, but I'm just saying that it's always fun to meet people that know Madoka Magica.
Oh yeah, no, it was very funny.
yeah.
He's like, "Oh, really? You've seen that show? How did you feel after watching?" I'm like, he's like, "Exactly, pretty much."
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember the exact conversation goes, but it effectively went like that. And meanwhile, no one else at lunch was like, "What?" Like everyone was just not giving a shit. Everyone else was just giving a shit.
Yeah.
I still feel embarrassed that I had to tell the guy, the Voodoo support rep, please refund that because it didn't work. Because he doesn't know what it is. It looks like it's a colorful, cheery, weird anime thing, and I'm just
I
like,
mean, to be
some
fair,
20-something-year-old dude calling about it.
To be fair, Rebellion at least looks a little darker than.
Not the poster. Not the poster.
Really? I thought.
Yeah, Daniel,
Rebellion-
look up the poster on the internet.
Yeah, the poster has all 6 of them in a dark position, right? Like
Not on Voodoo. Not on Voodoo.
Wait, so then what is it then? Is it?
I will send it to you.
by herself?
No, I'll send you it really quick. Give me that. Let me go to Voodoo, and I'm gonna put it in VC chat. And I want you to just look at the poster. So let me just search. Can I just log into my account? There we go.
Hold on, give me a second. Breaking through enemy lines.
Yeah, it's not here. I'm gonna give it to you in VC chat. I found it. Here.
One
Actually,
second.
I had to fool the website into basically giving it to me. Because apparently, once you use the mobile app to do anything now, which is stupid.
Ew.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh.
They must have changed the website around. But yeah, Daniel, you see that poster now? If you click on the
That is
link.
not. I've never seen that poster. Actually, I'm thinking about it.
Really? Yeah, well, Daniel, that's the poster the support rep saw when he was helping me refund it. So, how do you think I feel now? If I'm talking to just some random dude, probably in his like 30s or 40s, who doesn't know what the hell anime is.
I'm sure it's.
Daniel, that was on my literal account. It's not like I actually paid with my credit card or like got hacked or something. It was in my actual physical account.
But no matter how hard things may become, we will cross mountains and oceans to see our best friends again, regardless of.
Dude, I woke up at 7 today, and I like moved my laundry along, and then I just went back to sleep and slept till like 11 a.m.
Well, that's certainly reassuring.
No, I felt good after that. After I woke up after 11, I'm like, oh, this is great.
Meanwhile, Colley's getting life advice over there.
To you?
To people in general, including people that may or may not be like.
Oh yeah, you're behind where I am.
Well, I'm vaguely following it along so I can give related commentary, and then you're here going like, "Oh yeah, so I did my laundry and slept."
That's pretty much what I did. And then also, I threw out a bunch of I threw out the trash. I returned some things that I didn't need to. I mailed them back to where they were gonna go. I can actually put stuff on my dining room table again. I got some dinner. I deposited some checks that had been sitting in my apartment for 2 months. So I found money.
Money.
Other members to you all later.
Money. It's a gas. Copyright strike.
I have not heard that one before.
No, Money, It's a Gas. Have you not heard that? Dude, that's Pink Floyd. That song is amazing.
What's Pink Floyd?
It's a band from like the late 60s, early 70s. It's really good music. I'll send you the link. Give me a minute, because it's actually a great song. It's one of the all-time classics.
Your stream.
I am. They're
Are
just
you?
Yes. Yep. Here, it's in VC chat.
I'll give it a look-see eventually.
Great song.
Bye, darling, and farewell to all of our other friends as well. I'm sure we'll see each other again. Oh, now that I think of it, isn't it getting close to that time of year?
Yes, it's Windblume again, Alice.
It's also a special anniversary date. I'm sure you still remember.
Yes, I do remember now. It was on this day many, many years ago that Jay tied the knot. Ah, just in time for the Festival of Love and Freedom. Everyone, please enjoy this year's Windblume Festival.
Did you just fall off a cliff? Or get rocked?
Oh, I died.
Rip.
I like this mental image that, as one, everybody cracks open their gliders and immediately starts sailing into the.
Oh, are you looking at my stream?
Vaguely, yes.
Oh yeah. So you heard? Did you hear the voice line?
No.
Okay, I won't spoil it, but it's very funny. I mean, everyone opening their gliders, it sounds just like a pair of birds. Oof. Sorry, man.
We're all migratory birds.
You know what's funny? Is technically, Paimon's the only one that doesn't have a glider. But she can just float anyway.
Then doesn't that mean she's the most advanced bird this world has ever seen?
That is true. She is one advanced talking bird.
Also, did Timaeus get dumped?
No, he landed.
Oof.
He didn't have it. He doesn't have a glider, so.
Wait, so did somebody have to carry him over then?
Yes, Albedo. Doesn't have a glider because he's not an adventurer. He's just, this guy, and so he's he had to be carried all the way there, almost all the way there, at least to the ground by Albedo. So he, doesn't feel very good.
I'm just
That's reassuring.
a little glider sick, that's all.
You may want to look into getting your own gliding license when you have the time. It might prove helpful to you.
want to see him with a glider. That'd be so funny.
Maybe one day we'll get playable
Timaeus.
Timaeus.
Yeah, for now, he's the TCG card.
Sounds like you've still got something on your mind. Why don't you tell us? We're all happy to listen.
You know, actually thinking of that, I'm surprised we don't have more notable NPC for TCG cards. Like,
have they added anything to TCG this patch? Or
I think they added Sara, Eula, and Kogami, or was that last patch?
I think that was last patch. I don't know.
You could check the
I'll
sale.
check the patch notes once I'm done with this conversation.
Don't say that. None of this was your fault, Timaeus. Honestly, it's more on me.
Well, Timaeus, if you were clearer about what your heart desired, maybe we could tell you where you need to go.
To be fair, it's fine. Also, seeing these two that are on my screen right now it's actually really fun.
If anything, it should be my fault for finding
Or planting grass.
No, I didn't mean to blame the two of you either.
Sucrose is gonna plant Kale.
This whole adventure didn't.
I mean, look, Kale looks like she actually just has grass hair. At least
yeah, I mean that's
has
the
extremely vibrant colors.
She's got like teal.
But
yeah.
I'd say we still learned something new.
So you can't argue her. Oh.
Go ahead.
Well,
no.
that aside, Timaeus,
What were you gonna say?
You still need to go to Liyue to apologize to Yingar, right?
Apparently, I run towards my stand goal. I was not standing. My watch, everybody.
Congratulations, you have invented sit standing.
You know what's funny is my grandma on my mom's side finally got an Apple Watch.
Now that I've come back to my senses, I really don't know.
And that's supposed to be reassuring, or
No, it's just funny. But she's it's because she's in her like mid 80s. She got it for the fall detection. It's actually a good function because like it'll be like, hey, like it'll determine if you fell. It'll be like, hey, are you okay? And like if you say you're okay, it'll be like, all right. And if you don't respond, it'll just immediately call the emergency services for you.
Oh, that's actually kind of.
So it's basically better life alert because it's just like only a watch. It's not something you have to also do and manually turn on.
Why did you not?
That's Miss Yingar. I've never met her before.
Oh, it's nighttime now.
Well, I mean, maybe it was just daytime because you were in a cutscene, and now that you're out of a cutscene,
I'm still in a cutscene.
Oh. Well, you've just been there for a long time then, okay?
Are you so happy just to see me?
Interesting to see her.
Of course I am.
Bench.
I'm so happy that I don't.
It's the bench of shame.
Sorry, I don't know what to say.
I was ready to give you a.
Or is it the
harsh
bench of horny
scolding.
since it's Yinger?
But now that I've seen you like this, I suppose I could let you off the hook this time. You said you couldn't come to pick me up because of a very important matter, right? Well then.
Why is Martin using a shotgun and a riot shield?
Find you instead.
Are you asking me?
I don't know.
Should we go see how
Oh man.
Why wouldn't? You'll get hit by a forest boar if you interrupt a couple's romantic conversation.
Oh, really? We'll just leave them alone then.
I am so glad to see Timaeus find his happiness.
I have to
Skin.
say, I'm even more envious of you, Sucrose. You can be happy just to see others happy, and you gave me so much help without any expectations in return. Even though you said that we're very much alike, I still feel like you have a much bigger heart than I do.
But if you say that, then I'd say I'm also nowhere near as brave or tenacious as you. I guess we have the same amount of positive qualities. They're just spread over different parts of our personalities. I've never visited Sumeru, or made many friends from outside of Mondstadt.
Aw.
I'm happy just to have met and become your friend.
Aw, that's really sweet.
Maybe I'll
Did he
get
finally
shy
get
and
the
flustered
girl?
when I meet other people I don't know in the future.
Different one. Different thing that's sweet.
That's
Oh.
okay too.
Oh, fuck.
Since we are
Hey!
so alike, you probably get what I'm trying to say. You just need to believe that all of your issues aren't really issues at all. But
Isn't it too late now for me to learn to accept myself? Well... Do you know anything about the blooming cycles of Cecilius? I may have read about that in a book before. That's a topic that my parents used to talk about back when they were still dating. Surprising, right? To think that people would talk about that while on a date.
They're nerding out about plants. Let's go.
You know what's
Plant
funny, Daniel? Is
friendship.
100% there are people who do that.
No, no.
He even turned up late to a date
Obviously.
once, all with a smile on her face.
And I'm not shaming people that like nerding out about plants. That's in fact a very good thing to nerd out about.
Honestly, plants are great. I love plants. They make it so we can breathe.
As long as you recognize that it's something
Yes, they do in fact do that amongst other things.
And they also give us this awesome thing called food. I had fries, which come from potato.
Why don't you give it a try, Kale?
I don't think that quite counts, but...
Daniel, I literally have potatoes that I turn into like fries and I throw in my air fryer. And they're not like greasy fries. They're like actual potatoes I slice with a knife.
I nearly forgot. This is for you.
Maybe next time I can make some burgers for you guys. Actually, that'd be fun.
This texture.
Well, I am now officially worried.
Daniel, I can actually make a good burger, okay? I can make a good burger, man. I make them like every couple of days. And I have good buns too. And the burgers are super low in calories, and so are the so is everything. I'll now make fries too out of potatoes. I just have to cook the fries a little longer this time.
They're the best cultivars that I've made. So.
And those were the last potatoes ever on Earth. Matt killed all the potatoes.
Daniel, it's literally easy to make potatoes. You just throw another potato in the ground.
They're super sweet and easy.
You killed them all!
Actually, you know what? I might actually just straight up plant a potato.
You're just gonna plant a potato and see.
Like I have I might plant one of the potatoes I've got. I've got like a flower pot. I might as well plant something useful in it. I'll plant some potatoes.
I don't think that's how flower pots work.
No, but it's a big old pot. It's a pot that was originally going to be used for like tomatoes and stuff, but I sucked at it. So instead, I might as well just use it for potatoes or something.
Are you just gonna plant a potato and forget about it or something?
No, you have to like water it and stuff, man. Fertilizer.
Are you sure you're gonna remember, given the last time you tried raising a plant?
Yeah.
I still remember that poor bonsai. I think you said.
Hey, it's not my fault.
How is it not your fault?
Because it was damaged in transit.
Kale, please take these notes with you. I've heard that you've been working hard on your studies, so I've prepared some study materials for you at Sucrose's request. Feel free to look through them whenever you can find.
You know what's like the most fun event we've had so far? Of like, besides like these ones, like also like stuff like the a year ago when we went into the mountains with Albeo and stuff.
Well, when you put it that way,
that event was great, dude. That was so much fun.
Not sure, because you've probably done more events than I have at this point, so I don't know what I would do.
It's because I keep up on the... I'm the only one who like keeps up on the game regularly at this point. You guys kind of
You're like the only one that plays one gacha game, that's why.
But I don't actually put money into it.
Well, yeah, but if you don't put money into a gacha game, there's a lot of time investment.
True.
Exhale once into this test tube. I will save this breath of joy.
That said, aside from like big festival events, let's see.
I think the worst festival event so far has been, what was that book one in Inazuma? It was kind of dull.
Iridori?
It was kind of dull.
No. Yeah, that was Iridori, I think.
Yeah, it was Iridori.
Iridori was fine. I think they just didn't do a lot in it.
What was that?
Which, I don't know if that's saying something that Inazuma seems to keep getting the short end of the stick.
Yeah, they keep not doing it well with Inazuma. It's weird. The Inazuma sometimes does really good stuff. Like, pretty much anything involving, like, the Shogun is great. But, like, when it comes to the area itself, it's like, eh. Like, it's okay.
It's like, they don't really know what to do with Inazuma, I think.
No, it feels like they just wanted to make Japan.
I mean...
The thing is, though, the characters there are all really good. Like, I love the, like, the characters are all good, like, in terms of combat and in terms of actual, like, story character relevance.
I mean, I think the thing about Inazuma is that it, like I feel like if we got into more of the lore of it, like Enkanomiya or
How the Economia's
or
just sat there
well,
for a year and they've done nothing with it.
I mean, to be fair, there's not much you can do with it, but no. So like Enkanomiya or the cataclysm thing that happened in Inazuma, like that could be good or that would be a good event, like searching up what happened with all the Onis and stuff,
There's still some breath left in
or
the
whatever
test
went
tube.
down with that.
I'll seal it up for now. I'll keep working on it.
But anyway, I was gonna
I'll
say
see
that
breakthroughs
the
in my
event I
research.
would choose outside of festival events would probably be what was it? The one with Shiki Taisho, the roguelike labyrinth.
I don't remember that. What was that?
It was the one with Tartaglia and Jinyan.
Oh, that one. That one was pretty good.
Yeah, I like that event.
If your friendship was forged in a test tube, does that make you test friends forever?
And why? So many awful puns. Jesus Christ. I haven't done Sign of Story yet, so this is my first time really doing stuff for them. Oh my god, stop.
Well, I hope you were
Jesus.
going to leave the puns behind.
That's it. I think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation in Mondstadt beyond all hope of repair.
Oh, there's the voice line from the trailer.
All that matters is that I've enjoyed Mondstadt immensely. The dragon here possesses a majestic form.
Wait, you did what? Oh, is that what you were doing, Sino? Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, this card back is for you.
That's not good.
Sorry, I
Was he
wanted you to have one
pissing
for
off the
yourself.
Volin?
If I had to guess,
I could totally see him either
Master of the game.
attempting to fight Devolin or attempting to tell Devolin bad jokes.
I think Devon would just like, you know what? Forget this. I'm just gonna fly.
I don't know. I feel like Devolin either absolutely hates jokes or absolutely loves them.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know Devon much on a personal level still, because we haven't seen Devon since literally he went mad.
You know, that's actually a good point. We should have an event where Devolin just runs around Mondstadt.
Yeah, it's time to duel.
That's a different type of dueling dragon, but alright.
No, this other thing. Oh, that's pretty.
Well, I mean, you could fight him if you want.
Yeah, I kind of want to, because
well, you have
I want to see him
level up a
salty.
little bit.
I know. I haven't played that game in a minute.
But Tainari said that we're not anything like an academic family.
Well, in this case, we can consider ourselves as regular siblings.
I think in a lot of ways, Genshin just kind of lacks... What's the word? Permanence, I guess? There's not enough things that just stay around.
No, they're always temporary.
Yeah, I feel like if they had more permanent game modes and stuff, like even
TCG.
well, not even like TCG, but like stuff like the roguelike or Theater Mechanicus or Wind Trace. Like if they had more stuff like that, I feel like Genshin would feel less samey than it does, which is like a big reason why I feel Honkai does better in the long term, because it has more things that you can do.
Although they're not native to Mondstadt,
But maybe that's just me.
that can best express my feelings.
No, I'm fine with that. Like, it does need a bit more like game modes. Like, obviously, Wind Trace is an LTM at this point, but like you could do more stuff with like just random mini games. Like, I don't know. Like TCG feels like they're to fill out stuff, and also they just want to make a card game. But I don't know otherwise. Like, it's good. It's just I wish Genshin had slightly more content. My other problem is like you can't go back and do events if you missed it. Like, oh, if I'm on vacation for that week, I'm just screwed.
Yeah,
it's annoying.
Like Arknights has a solution for this in the form of basically events give you limited rewards or limited farming, but you can basically unlock them over time. So like
that's fine.
You might not immediately get them, and you might not get the full brunt of the like item shop, but you can at least do the event and get some rewards, including like exclusive stuff off it.
I'm so happy to hear you.
And like Honkai, at least they rerun events occasionally. Though I will admit they also have the same problem as Genshin at a lesser extent, but still. Like, there's certainly a lot more I feel Hoyoverse could do in the rerun department.
Oh, I got a card.
What card did you get?
I got the, it's called, what is it? Oh, crap. How do I look at my cards?
Open up your card holder.
Where is that again?
It's
That's
in
my
your
inventory.
key items.
Alright, let me go look. Saw it. No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in that one with the camera looking thing.
Where is it?
Now. So it's the thing top row, second from the right. In the one with the camera in it.
Oh, here.
What card did you get? Oh, hey, they gave us more decks. Let's go.
Yeah. I got invalid. Okay, yeah, I know it's invalid. Thank you.
I got invalid. Thanks, game. I didn't already know that.
What's that damn card?
What's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald called?
Okay. I not?
Does that count as swearing?
Oh my god, no. Damn is fine. Where in the...
What did the card say it was?
Something... I don't know. I'm looking... I'm just... Screw it.
You know, somehow I feel like you saw the card and missed it because you keep flipping back and forth.
No, I was on it. Just... Let me just look it up.
Yeah, I was on it. It was on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, I searched LC TCG. I need to add Genshin TCG. Oh, it just gave me Pokemon.
I searched all of the TCG. Which one? All of them.
Oops. Let's see, it's not a character card. It was something else. No. What was it like?
You good over there?
Yeah. Just scrolling on the wiki because the wiki's gonna have it more than IGN. It's a card you can get. And you can just go back in my stream.
No. You don't have a
it's not YouTube.
Rewinding, yeah. I guess.
I don't know which doesn't have that. What's that stupid thing called? Event card?
Don't you just search up the event and look it up like that? Or look up on like Game 8 or something. Game 8 should have it, I think.
What's Game 8?
It's the site I use for most of like the Genshin information.
Link me?
Well, I'm in the middle of something, so you're gonna need to give me like a minute or 3.
Alright, let me see if there's anything else I need to do at the moment.
Okay, my team should have
just story quests.
Let's see.
What's the darn thing called?
Here, I'm throwing it in BC chat, so you can search that up at your heart's content. Or discontent.
Okay. Windblume, but okay, here we go. Windblume guide. Do.
There are so many good bargains during the Windblume Festival.
Wherever in this world I roam.
Stop talking.
Stop talking to me! Well, that's incredibly busted.
Where is this?
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do. Today's recommendation is the steak. Welcome. How can I help you? I wonder how many bouquets I'll receive this year.
There are so many good bargains during the Windblume Festival. No, I need to save.
Let me just click on this last one here. Let me see that.
There is a thing about TCG.
Yeah, I can't find it. Special event. What does that take me to? That's the website.
Nice. Oh my freaking god! Somebody got 25 kills.
What? Jesus. That's insanity.
So was it like a character or was it a?
I'm gonna go into the cat's tail. I'm gonna go look and see my setting because I think it's like the backing of the card or something. Maybe.
Oh, that's completely different than looking for an actual card then.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's either a card or not. I don't know.
That's not exactly very. Oh.
I'll talk to Prince.
So let me see. So if you go to your card thing. Oh wait, hold on. Dynamic skins, equip cards. I feel like you're still going too fast, but if you go back to your card holder and press the so go to your card holder, and I'm on a delay, so give me a second. Press the 3 dots in the card holder menu.
I cannot. I'm on controller. Let me switch to keyboard.
There should press top or up on the D-pad for that.
Here, I'm in the keyboard mode.
Oh my freaking lord. That's not the right thing.
There it is. Found it.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it should give me like a card though. What are you gonna do? Not here. I might as well do some cards. I'm in the stream with some cards.
Are we gonna do, or am I gonna be your helper with this, or are you gonna do it?
If you would like to, yeah.
Well then stream on Discord so I actually know what you're doing in real time, please.
Ooh, Changyan. Here you go.
Okay.
Changyan and Ellen. And yeah, who the heck are you? Here, Samara.
Wait, hold on. Was that Timaeus over there, or was that somebody else? Hey, it is time.
It's Mace. Yeah.
He scored a date and immediately went to the cat's tail to play cards.
Yep. You want me to play against Timaeus then?
Yeah, I guess.
Here's his lineup.
I mean, his lineup doesn't matter. You just have to punch it to death.
Okay. Chat, we're gonna do some TCG.
At least I kind of TCG. What's your lineup again? Is it D-Luke, somebody, Ningguang?
It's water, ice, fire.
That's helpful.
It's this.
Oh. Okay.
It's D-Luke, Mona, Ayaka.
I'd say ditch the Fire Crown and the I Haven't Lost Yet. And probably the Amber card too, since I don't know if he uses summons.
So dump these three?
Yes.
Switch them out?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
I mean, I can't make every decision for you, but
Oh, yeah.
it should be fine. Wait, why do you why do you have that? Isn't that the Anemo thing? Why do you have that in your deck still?
I don't know. But I know he's gonna pick the left, so fire.
Well, you can in fact slap him with Extreme Prejudice if you so choose to.
Yep. That's not a very good roll.
Well, you can always use first turn to set up dice or set up artifacts if you really want to.
Or I could nuke him.
That too. Actually, no, I not. Yeah, I was going to say if you use your Zhao card and the Anemo dice or Anemo card, then you can convert 2 energy to put down 2 artifacts, but I don't know if that's really worth your time.
I don't have any moves like that.
Well, yeah, hence why I'm saying that you could do what I recommended to try and get at least some use out of the turn.
So convert these?
Probably. Whoops. And then attach the 2 artifacts onto their respective elemental characters. Make sure you don't screw up which one goes where.
And just in my turn.
Yeah, something like that.
Oop. No good, I still get to go first.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't do anything.
Sometimes that happens.
Could gain energy.
So the Albedo card is basically useless to you currently.
Oh yeah? So,
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna tune it then.
Well, I didn't say it was useless, period, though. If you were to tune anything, I would probably say the Hu Tao card.
Good idea. There, and I can actually use damage on him. Knock that shield out. I gotta swap characters now. I guess we'll swap to Mona.
I would say so, so you can set up a quick swap next turn.
Yeah.
Not getting in my way.
That's good. I can use that, or I can convert something. I'm down to use attack on that thing. Let's do it. No, it's water, so I can use Ayaka.
Well, you still gotta get to that point, but yes.
Yeah. The problem is only be stuck with one, so I can't really do an ice attack.
I would just save. I would just
Yeah,
end
just gonna end my turn. That's okay. Could have done better.
Okay, so now you swap to Ayaka.
I await your instruction.
And now you use her second skill.
Yep.
Take flight.
Technically speaking, if you use the Paimon, the second card, the Paimon's best travel companion, you can convert 2 of those into dice you can use, and then you can use the Albedo card, I think, to transfer all your energy onto Ayaka, and then use the Elemental Burst, I think.
It does something.
It certainly does a lot of something.
Frozen. And I have... Ooh.
No, it's not
Summon.
frozen, but...
No, but I've got summon over here.
Yeah. I would suggest switching to Mona first, so you at least know what you can maybe do next
Yeah.
turn. It's probably gonna end, yeah. But you do have, like, end field advantage on this, so...
Great use of turn.
Yeah, it should be fine. I would say just using Mona's second skill. Like, no matter what, you probably want the second skill to be used.
Ouch.
You've been slapped by a smooth criminal.
Nothing.
You were slapped by a smooth nothing. What would being slapped by a smooth nothing
I could
feel like?
fast swap to D-Luke. Because it's frozen, so that would melt him. I think I'll try that.
Well... Yes, I suppose. Man, isn't that the one that makes it a fast swap action? You're on Mona. Actually, why are several of your cards completely worthless?
Because I haven't done anything?
Matt, you have a bow for a deck that has no bow users.
Let's go.
If you convert one of your cards, then you can hit them with the sword, and then you have a guaranteed KO.
Oh, well. Let's get that.
Yes, but that's basically useless right now.
Yeah, so I'll convert it. You want to play the card? You do use Claymore. I can't use him on Claymore.
You don't. That one's basically useless. You can't use that one, and you might as well just hit him. So just attack. Don't make this more complicated than it needs to be. Just attack and end.
I was trying to figure out how to one-shot it.
Yes, you one-shot him. Just end your turn.
You also have 2 more health first.
End your turn.
His turn was already over.
Oh.
Well,
you just win anyway.
Oh.
See?
Whatever.
Oh, I freaking...
I haven't played in a while, okay?
You literally saw it do 2 damage at the end of the last turn.
Neat.
Neat.
Hi, Chang'e.
Ooh, I really like the feel of these cards.
What do they feel like?
Until next time.
Let me edit my cards, though.
Talking to the cat does nothing, for the record.
Yeah. Alright, let me like, actually edit my card deck.
So you want to take out the spear, the that one, the electro one as well, since you don't have an electro character. You want to take off the spear. And the rest is mostly fine, I think. So keep going. I think the Tartaglia and the Yai ones aren't very good. Actually, wait, is this even your main deck, or is this a second deck?
This is one of my main decks.
Oh. Add another one of the Paimon friend ones. Oh, wow, you have, like, no other cards.
Yep.
Remind me to go spend all of your card money eventually.
Yes, please.
Honestly, just slap most of those in, because you have all the space. And then, I guess, if you really, add one of the foods, and then go to the very end, or very beginning, and add in one of each, or one of the cards as you choose. Probably one Ayaka's or Diluc's. Only the first 3.
Oh, number polls, so I can take out the poll.
This one I think you should be fine with. Wait, don't you have Ningguang in this deck? Oh.
You make a Ningguang deck?
I think you need a lot of things for a Ningguang deck.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's helpful. Actually,
I'd like to buy some stuff.
I would like to buy several things. Including that.
Okay, I've got $9,000.
Well, let's see. So, you probably want to buy... So, I would buy one Leeway Harbor Wharf. At least one Jade Chamber. Oh god. Let's see. Another Catherine and Liebens. So buy at least one Leben. Leben's very good. Sorry, give me a second.
It's okay. You're in a battle. Just
Yes,
looking
and
around what they
I'm
got to
getting
offer.
murdered because everybody keeps running into where I usually...
Congratulations, you are probably facing Rosama, who knows how to exactly beat you 100%.
Oh, please. I'm just getting pushed back by a line that keeps moving forward while I'm a sniper. Probably either Wolf's Greatsword or Sacrificial Sword.
Oh, okay. Where are they at?
They're literally on the page you were looking at.
Where's Wolf?
Oh, frick.
Where's Wolf?
It's the red Greatsword. It should be right next to Sacrificial Greatsword.
$1,000.
Yes, but it's big honking number.
Cool.
You like big honking number, right?
Yep.
So you probably also want some of the food cards, I think. The food, whatchamacallit cards.
Okay.
Probably Sweet Madames or the Hash Browns. Those are good. I think also the whichever one raises defense. I think it's like it's a leeway looking dish.
You mean the Adeptus Temptation?
No, that's the attack.
No, it's his defense. Plus
That's
plus
damage.
the damage. I'm dumb.
I worry sometimes.
I know.
Anyway, go to the top of that list.
Yeah, I don't see. I don't see the defense one.
The defense one is Lotus Flower Crisp. You literally clicked on it and then clicked off of it.
Here's the top.
Yes. So get Strategize and When the Crane Returns, and then maybe one of those Albedo cards.
The Calx's Arts.
Yes.
Purchased.
And other than that, I think that should be it.
Cool.
Unless there's anything in particular you want to get.
Yeah, those are animated cards. Oh yeah.
So yeah, add them in as you will.
What's this? Why is Center locked?
Because you need to get to level 7 because he knows how to play the card games. He's the Egyptian pharaoh. He clearly knows his way around the cards.
Oh yeah. Do you think they did that because of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Of course they did it because of Yu-Gi-Oh. What were you thinking they were?
I don't know, but is Yu-Gi-Oh like available in China, dude?
Probably not, but that doesn't stop them from making Yu-Gi-Oh references.
I guess, but they wouldn't know the reference, you know? Unless like their American employees told them about it. Well, actually, no, I'm certain that they've watched it, because knowing who's the 3 guys in charge of MiHoYo again, knowing them, they've 100% gone to Japan and gone, oh, this is cool.
I mean, look, it's less about them having gone to Japan or whatever, and more just Yu-Gi-Oh is so culturally massive that they would have had to have known about it in some capacity. It's like
I got a Prophecy of Submersion. It's a new card face.
Nice.
I got it from apparently mastering something with Mona.
Hooray. But yeah, like, Yu-Gi-Oh is probably one of those things that even if it wasn't something they're allowed to do, they probably just know it through cultural osmosis.
I guess so. Purchase cops. I got some hash browns for free.
Congratulations, you have food.
Yes.
You have obtained food.
Something me with something that's new. Claim rewards. Oh, hey, look. Second match. Claim. Cool, I got another Paimon card. I got a toss-up card. I got $700, and I got another toss-up card, and I got another $700. Apparently, I need to complete 40 open world player challenges, objectives. Okay. This thing I'll do later. But hey, I got more free stuff. Blank dynamic card. Ooh.
I was wondering why you hadn't gotten that yet.
I hadn't claimed it? Because I'm an idiot?
Good job.
Thank you. What is this?
So the blank dynamic card allows you to choose any one dynamic card to just flat out get, or character card. Now, mind you, you don't get access to cards you don't have, I think.
Right.
So if you want, say, something, if you want, say, like, Sino or something, you have to wait to get him.
That's fair enough.
You good?
Yep. I'm gonna edit my deck, and then let's talk to Changyun. So let's go ahead and edit my deck with the new cards. Okay, let's see what we got here.
How am I still top of the team when I wasn't paying attention for how?
Don't know. Congratulations. I'm playing the Last of Us finale here today. Cool. Good job. Let's see. Did it actually save my settings? Let's do it. Okay, so let's see here. I'm gonna change up. See, I want this claymore. I don't want this claymore to do. I want something here.
So you probably want to get rid of. So go to the end. You probably want to get rid of the Hu Tao, Zhao, and Amber cards because all of them are not particularly powerful, and I think the Mona card also isn't very good.
It gains only 1 energy.
Yeah, but you have to spend 2 energy or 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think that last thing in the food list is also not very good.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. That's not good. That's okay.
So you got 5, and then you can get rid of Wagner, Timaeus, and Ellen for extra room. Timmy's okay, so I'm not gonna really say get rid of Timmy. Unless you really want to get rid of Timmy, in which case, yeah.
I put him back. Okay, let's see. What else do I need? What about Liben? Should I put Liben in there?
Yeah, Liben's fun.
Alright, let's see.
He makes for a good first, like, stacking first turn plays, but you usually don't get... Like, if you're like me, you don't do anything on your first turn most of the time, so...
Yeah.
So Liben's like, if you don't do a lot, then he's super good. If you do a lot, then maybe not.
Okay. I still have space for 5 more cards.
Did you add all the extra card, like the duplicates? You can have more than one of each card.
I know, I'm looking at it.
So get another Strategize, another one of the Albedo cards, another one of the Shenhe cards.
Where's the Shenhe?
You literally walked by it. It's
go. Alright, let me exceed. Apparently I have too. Okay, do I have too many of it? What do I have in here?
You probably don't need the. Wait, why did you buy a sacrificial greatsword?
It came with it. I don't know.
I'm fairly certain it doesn't, but in that,
I purchased
was going to say, oh, you bought the greatsword instead of the sacrificial sword.
Oh.
So get rid of the standard greatsword that's to the left of the wolf's gravestone, I guess. And then go put another one of Shenhe's things in.
Okay, added. Alright, still room for 4 more.
You have no room. What are you talking about?
It says I'm at 26. I'm allowed 30.
It says you're at 30 on the top.
Oh,
you just have 26 out of 26 cards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's check Changyun, and then I'm gonna wrap up the stream.
Okay.
me see what he's got. Closing
He's
lineup
got
is...
Exodia!
He's got himself, he's got Razor, and he's got Noel.
That team actually kind of sounds like it sucks.
Yeah.
At least, like, in terms of, like, reactions and stuff. That does not sound like a very well thought out team.
That's okay. Let's see what we got.
That's okay, we're still gonna kick his butt.
Alright, here's the cards I've got.
I would keep all of them.
Okay. I was gonna just start with ice, so...
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because composition is not extremely good.
This is the fun part about bots, is they just always start on the left. I want to see... Oh, I want to see him make a card. I want to see... a card game.
What?
I want to see Neurosama play a card game. It'd be hilarious.
Kind of interesting.
Because I feel like that's something the bot could do. Oh my god, look at that roll. It's a great roll.
See, the thing about bots is that you need to be able to code their responses to certain things too. So go for the second one. Well,
Okay.
actually, hold on. So
They do the same amount of damage.
Well, yes, but the second one has an effect afterwards.
True.
But no, so what you want to do is first just put down Lieben and Timmy. And now you attack for that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Cool.
Shadows of fate.
So now you have a 1 damage shield, and the mirror will do 1 hydro damage at the end of the turn, which means that if they switch characters, you apply hydro to that one.
A touch of frost.
Now, here's the thing. So technically speaking, you can end your turn right here, and then Lieben will give you an extra card and 3 extra dice next turn, I think.
Nice.
But you could also place down your Cathedral, which will heal Mona at the end of the turn, but you won't get the full effect of Lieben.
I think I'll end.
Alright. Wait, I'm looking at one of my follow channels. The video is called Farazan's Bizarre Adventure in Elden Ring.
What? Does someone like mod her in?
I guess.
Please link it to me.
I will.
Alright, let's see what I got. Oh.
So I would say go for ice or fire. So get rid of all the water and prepare to like hard switch out. Well, at least you still have the Paimon card.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually I would say do the third card in the Dawn Winery, do that one.
Okay.
And so you'll use those 2 dice, and then basically you can free switch now. So like it's fast action and it doesn't take up any dice.
Present.
And so now you can attack and freeze.
Whirling snow.
Nice. What the heck is that card? The one that Changyun made.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that was an artifact. Now, wait, why can't you? Oh, right, that's an Anemo. If you convert the book in with the Anemo dice, then you can freeze Changyun too.
All right.
And now everybody's frozen.
No, not Noel.
Well, close enough. You might as well just plop down Cathedral or Jade Chamber, depending on what you want, and then end your turn.
So, okay. Let's see
So Jade Chamber sets up your elemental dice for your active character, whereas the Cathedral just heals you. So
I'll do Cathedral.
Alright, then...
And I'll end my turn.
Yep.
Interesting.
Well, that's slightly not helpful, but
Yeah.
should be fine. Now, here's the question. Do you want to go back to setting up, or do you want to just keep attacking with Ayaka?
I don't mind attacking. May as well reroll everything, I guess.
I suppose.
Eh.
Well, that one was kind of a hard sell anyway. You can use both of your Paimon's best travel guides, I guess. And just keep slapping them with ice damage.
My apologies.
Leave it all to me.
What?
And then...
That doesn't...
Well, I mean, it's not going to do a lot, but you'll still have the summon, which is the important part.
So use it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it does the same amount of damage as the elemental skill, too, so there's no reason not to.
I guess so.
So you can... Well, so...
Just want to see.
I mean, so here's the thing. You could swap to Mona and set yourself up for a fast action as well as a possible freeze next turn. Or you could just switch to D-Luke and get a melt off, which will probably kill Mona. Or not Mona, Noelle right now. So you do need to burn a card, so I'd recommend either the food or one of the Calx's arts. Yep, and... Okay.
I am a disgrace to the knights.
Okay.
That voice line is harsh. Nice.
And now he's also ready to be melted.
Yep. As long as I get good rolls.
Well, you do have the Ningguang card, so just try and get all Pyro, because I think we can finish him off in this turn.
I got 2 Pyro, and I got an all.
Well, so you can use the Ningguang card to keep... Oh, wait, right.
A touch of frost.
Ow.
So yeah, let's use the Ningguang card, I think.
Oh, I can just kill him anyway.
Well... Yeah,
well, let's go ahead with Ningguang.
No, go ahead, kill him.
The scourge of evil remains.
Actually, he could electrocute you. Or he could just end his turn. That works. Alright, so use Ningguang. Well, actually, if you just convert every card, technically this will work. So just...
Really?
Yes, just convert... Or actually, no,
wait.
so use Calx's arts, then convert every card. Yeah, so now convert everything into Pyro. Alright.
And -8.
Well.
Alright then. That was easy.
And even if he somehow lived, he would have died to the Frostflake, so...
Yep.
I guess I'm not really cut out for this kind of game.
And there you go. You've successfully slapped a small child.
Is he like 16? Or 18 even?
He is short, therefore he is a small child.
So then Zhao is a small child.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna do my dailies and then wrap it.
Okay.
Alright, chat, let's go do some dailies. Because I gotta get those 60 primos.
Yeah, get those 60 primos so when Ayaka comes, you can roll for her.
Speaking of Daniel, I got absolutely terrible luck on the standard banner. I got nothing, because apparently my pity was like 2.
Well, I mean, when you put it that way.
Daniel, I gotta make it with 9, okay?
Yes, I know. I was there.
Lol.
Not only was I there, I was the one that told you to do it.
Access denied.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
I can fix this.
I can't fix this. I can't fix this.
Bob the Builder.
Can we fix it? No, we can't.
Oh my god. Didn't they reboot that, like, again?
Did they?
I feel like they probably did at some point.
Well, that's concerning if they did.
I mean, it's whatever. You know, they probably just did, like, the usual thing of just, hey, let's just do it again, but with better animation. Well, quote-unquote better. There's a lot of that kids' animation these days, it looks so cheap. It's my biggest issue. Like, kids stuff just doesn't look as good as it did when we were kids. I don't know. Why am I stuck?
Because you happen to have been trying to fly in a waterfall. I don't know if you've tried this before, but that's kind of difficult to do. You're also not going to make it up there. So
nope, I'm just going to teleport. Just going to heal myself real quick.
You know, it would be very helpful to just do the unlock the domain over there.
Yeah, you can do that, Daniel.
I don't even remember how I did it.
I don't either.
Well, that's what experimentation is for.
That's what YouTube is for. Going this way this time. Just forget that.
Don't. That'll just take you somewhere else.
Time to go.
Yes, there are in fact a lot of waterfalls here.
Almost like everything is an island. Water has to go somewhere.
Yeah, almost. Who could have imagined that Watatsumi's an island?
Yep. Beat the rune machines? Oh, that's easy. Ignoring that. Tomorrow's Monday. Gotta go to work tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Monday, which means tomorrow automatically just sucks.
Yeah.
No touching.
The wind knows
Yeah. It's annoying the most is like we don't have an off day from like work that's like a holiday until like May.
Well, at least you get holidays.
And you don't get federal holidays off?
I don't know, actually.
You should. You're legally entitled to them. Unless you, because if you're not, you need to get paid overtime for that.
Eh.
Like that's federal law. You should check that.
Maybe.
Daniel, you'd be getting shortchanged overtime. Literally working on a federal holiday is literally automatic overtime. Unless you're salaried, in which case you don't get anything, you just get the day off, usually. Unless your company is really scummy. I don't know anything about your workplace and how it operates, so I don't know. Just check the employee handbook, I guess, or ask your boss.
I guess.
Oh, look at all the slimes just doing their thing. Keeping the current going. Good job, slimes.
They have one job, and it is to sit there and be electricity.
Not this again. Where are you? Come here, Hilichurl.
Another test subject. Another test subject. That tingle? Picked the wrong test subject.
You know you don't have to kill everybody, right?
I know, but it's fine. Says I don't mind it.
Actually, realistically, you don't have to do anything at all aside from break the barriers.
I guess that's true.
Like, half the time when I get commissions like this, I just break the barriers and run to the end and just wait for the balloon to catch up.
Does it really not take enough damage for that?
Yeah, no. Like, if you just run to the end of the place, the balloon won't take enough damage to die, no matter what.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like, it's only if the balloon gets stalled that you risk the chance of it dying.
Oh.
So, like, if you just wait at the end right now, it'll be fine.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's close enough that it'll be fine anyway, but still.
Damn. Come on. Dang it.
Yeah. Like, I think I've done it where it's like one of the ways in Leeway. I break all the barriers. It takes the balloon like a minute to get over, and it's like half health, but it's still fine and it clears. Because it doesn't have a HP requirement for clearing it.
Hmm.
Which is hilarious.
There was the last mission. Why is my last mission not appearing on my...
What's your last commission?
It's not on the list. What the heck?
Hold on. So, what did it say your commission was?
There it is.
Oh.
And now it appeared. It's weird. I go to like the menu for that. Like, it wasn't appearing on the map. It was glitched.
Time to go.
Hey, Danny, look, I found a Switch emulator. Use it.
Nice.
Next. Hmm. Ouch. I've not actually had this commission like this before.
What, the one where...
He goes around and asks everybody?
Yeah, Ray kinda sucks at writing. Then again, I feel like it's very indicative of how the kind of Japanese light? No, not light. Web novel format kind of is, where it's like make unending content to try and get attention and end up not going anywhere, which results in nothing really happening. It's basically like a lot of people putting out a lot of crap.
So it's just Twitter.
Well, yes, but instead of it being like short paragraphs, it's several. Well, actually, no. I guess I can't really say that because some of the web novels I've read are definitely short paragraphs per chapter. It's like the worst thing to try and read. I think one of the web novels I read at one point was quite literally the equivalent of about a paragraph's worth of text, all spaced out between like several paragraph, or like several spaces of paragraphs. So it looked like it was far bigger than it actually was.
Nice.
Like it would have a sentence like, "This person went here," or "This person said that."
Oh, that bad writing?
Yes.
Oh, that. Ew. Alright, let me see what achievement I got. Alright, 5 achievements. Cool. There's an achievement called Zoo Tycoon? There's an achievement called Zoo Tycoon. Capture 30 wild animals with the Omni Ubiquity Net. Now that's a reference. That's 100% a reference. Hey, Daniel, we're back to commissions ending at 2 a.m. now.
Yay.
Nice.
One good thing.
You said let us run a couple more expeditions. I think when we get to the next region, we'll expand that. Alright, chat. I'm gonna wrap it here. It's 11:10, and then so we're gonna chill and hang out until we go to bed later because I got work in the morning. But thank everyone for coming to the stream. It's been almost 3 hours now. I hope everyone had a good time. Daniel, you got anything to say before we go offline?
Nope, none at all.
We'll see you back on Saturday for more Fire Emblem. See you later.
Oh, wait. Actually, hold on a minute.
Oh, what do you got?
So we're not doing Fire Emblem next week, actually. So we have we have been alerted that there is a open beta for Exo Primal next week. So we will be doing that instead of Fire Emblem next Saturday.
Yes, we're gonna do it because we want to check it out because we think it's interesting doing the dinosaur fighting game. Because it just looks hilarious and just ridiculous. So why not try it out? So this week we're gonna do it. And we're going to see if we like it or not, because free beta. Don't have to pre-order the game to get it, which is nice.
Yay.
Yep, so we'll see you on Saturday for the Exo Primal open beta. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Let's see here. Goodbye.